How's it going, Can Crushers? Welcome to another episode of the Crushing Cans pre-fight. Actually, this is not a pre-fight show.
No.
It's the Crushing Cans podcast.
We're live, dude.
Fight Companion. I know we are live.
Fight Companion, baby.
It's too early. We've been up all night, man.
Yeah, it's really weird. Had a long night.
Having it be an early morning for us watching fights after a long night. But anyway, so we're watching UFC 254, Khabib Nurmagomedov versus Justin Gaethje. Super excited about this fight here. I want to get into this real quick and let you know about the beer we're drinking because a fight that we've been waiting to see for months is finally about to start right now. So today we're drinking a Tropic Haze Indian Pale Ale from Silver City Brewing, which is located in Bremerton, Washington. Like we always say, we want to drink local. And so we're going to try out a new one here. This one has 6.4% alcohol. And I'm ready to jump into it. You ready?
Yeah, let's crack it open, Jake.
Ooh, there we go.
11 a.m. West Coast time. We're day drinking, bruh. We got this.
You might like it. I like it. Well, you might not like it.
Dude, the one I drank last night was Unicorns and Rainbows from Breakside Brewing. But it was like, it didn't have the alcohol content and it didn't have the IBUs listed. But it was, when I drank it, it was super hoppy. It was one that you would definitely like.
So this fight, real quick, before we get into it. Yeah, I mean, I already like this. I can taste all the flavors and everything on my tongue from the beginning all the way through to the end.
Yeah.
Real quick.
It's real juicy notes there at the end.
Ankalaev versus Cutelaba right now, finally happening. They had their first match several months ago. Controversial stoppage. Cutelaba was kind of playing possum. Maybe he was really hurt and he was a little bit wobbly on his feet like this. We kind of think that he was trying to play it up a little bit.
Yeah.
The ref jumped in and stopped it.
But he was getting tagged.
He was getting tagged. He was getting hit with some punches and some kicks from Ankalaev. Right at the beginning, you know, we were probably only 30 seconds into the fight there at that point, and the ref jumped in and stopped it. They've rescheduled this fight. This is the fourth time that they rescheduled this fight, and there was actually almost this fight almost got canceled again.
Is the audio not on? He said, will there be audio on the stream?
Is there no audio right now?
Oh, no, I think they can hear us. I think he might be talking about the actual fight audio. We kind of keep that down so YouTube leaves us alone.
Yeah, we keep the fight audio down if we're talking about that. Anyway, so back onto this. Can you check on your phone real quick for us, just to be careful? Audio is on. All right, so we got audio.
Yeah, audio's on.
Back onto this. So they rescheduled the fight 4 times. This fight almost got canceled. The other couple of times, one time it was because the coronavirus just hit, and then 2 times in a row, Cutelaba tested positive for the coronavirus himself, so they canceled the fight. And then 2 days ago, one of Cutelaba's cornermen tested positive for the coronavirus as well. So they almost pulled him off of that fight. They actually had a backup guy weigh in for this fight. He weighed in at 203.5 pounds. So they had a backup guy on standby just in case Cutelaba couldn't fight today. So I'm super excited to see this one. We've been waiting for this one for pretty much the entire pandemic, man.
Yeah, it's been a long time coming. Yeah. It's going to be a banger for sure. We had a little bit of technical difficulties getting our pay-per-view up. ESPN was kind of messing around a little too much with us, so we finally got it loaded up, though, just in time for the first fight. We will go over the prelims here after this fight. We'll go over the prelims and give you guys an update on the standings. But right now, they're introducing the fighters.
Yeah, like I said, for a long time, I've been waiting for this one. And I think that it's only played into Cutelaba's favor, having it push off longer. It gave him more time to prepare for the stuff that Ankalaev is going to try to do.
Yeah. And, you know, when we broke down this fight, these guys both have an extremely similar background.
Yeah.
Extremely similar.
Both have wrestling backgrounds. One's a Greco wrestler, which actually I think both of them have
both are Greco.
The
Ankalaev, though, didn't start Greco until he was in a university, which is crazy because his Greco's gotten to an extremely high level in such a short amount of time.
Yeah, but you also have to consider the team that he's with.
Yeah.
And the people that he trains with. So he trains with some really good top-level dudes. All right. Ah, man, I'm super excited about this one. It's been a while.
You know, I'm kind of glad we have the sound off because when Khabib and Gaethje fight, DC is going to be all over that one.
Yeah.
He gets a little annoying. He's like super blatant with his bias when it comes to certain teammates.
100%.
I really like Paul Felder because when Paul Felder has teammates fights, he'll be like, yeah, he's my teammate, but he'll call the fight fair.
The one thing I do like about all right, so round 1 just started.
Yep, here we go.
The one thing I like about watching Paul Felder is when they're guys in his weight class, you can kind of hear the excitement in his voice.
Oh, yeah.
You know, but
he just loves to bang.
Right now you have Cutelaba is pressuring, Ankalaev is kind of circling. Nobody's really thrown anything significant. Cutelaba
couple
comes with
kicks
the
right
front
now.
Kick.
Leg kick from Ankalaev.
And this is more of a range-finding spot right now for Cutelaba. He's kind of throwing stuff out, but not really trying to land anything. It looks like he's trying to get his range more. Ankalaev is kind of circling and being more patient here.
Very patient. He looks like he's trying to wait because he knows that Cutelaba's going to get a little wild.
Cutelaba usually gets wild.
He's going to get wild, and he's waiting for that counter.
Oh, yeah. So, but we know with Ankalaev, he has good, accurate striking.
See, there's that front kick to a left hook.
Boom. And he's efficient
Both
with
missed,
it. He doesn't throw a lot of stuff out there unless he's going to try to hit you.
Yeah. They'll put power behind him. One of these guys, I feel like, is going to sleep this time.
100%.
I'll bet you this ref has special instructions not to call it until somebody's out cold.
Oh, man. Well,
after that first fight.
After that first one, for sure.
I wonder, do you think we go to a third fight, rubber match, if Cutelaba wins this one?
I think it just depends on how they win, right?
Could be, yeah.
So if Cutelaba comes out here and he's able to stop him and starch him, and there's no questions about it, then there's really no need, But if it's a close fight and Cutelaba wins, even if he finishes him late in the third round or something, or even if he finishes him and he's being dominated up until that point that he does finish, yeah, you go to the rematch. But, ooh, nice counters there.
Throwing some leather, man.
Nice counters there. We've got a lot more kicks coming from Ankalaev right now, it seems like.
Yeah, they're both throwing a lot of kicks.
Yeah.
But I think you got to remember that first one, it was a kick that started the whole thing, the whole sequence.
It was a head kick that he threw. I think if I remember right, it was a left leg head kick from Ankalaev that landed. That started that whole last sequence where he was either hurt or pretending to be hurt. They're both being more patient, though. They're not coming forward and just throwing everything.
Ooh, they both got tagged there. Ankalaev landed a right, and then Cutelaba had a left over the top of that right.
This is another southpaw versus orthodox matchup. We've had a few of those tonight.
There's some... we were exchanging. Ooh, good knee.
I love how quick he put that knee in there, too.
Yeah, he did. He went straight to the clinch, the tie grip, and then just boom.
Ankalaev threw like a 1-2, locked up a tie clinch, and then threw a good knee there. That's what we're talking about.
Cutelaba's staying with that pressure, man.
He's pressuring, but you know what he's not really doing, though? He's not cutting off the cage.
No, he's just walking. Him. Yeah, it's exactly it. It's kind of similar to what Jung and Sam Alvey did earlier today.
Yeah. Yeah,
really
honestly,
way.
yeah, that was a good fight too. But yeah, if you're gonna pressure like this, though, you've got to find some way to cut them off so they're not just staying at their range and backing up and being able to counter.
Well, that too, and he's walking with his power leg back, so that kick's gonna fly out soon.
100%. And he's starting to figure out, and Ankalaev is starting to pick up some timing here. So he's got his jab coming out. He's got some good counters. Ooh, that was a good one there from Cutelaba, though.
Yeah, Cutelaba landed there. Ankalaev threw an uppercut that just missed. Oh, Cutelaba drops him.
No, Ankalaev drops him with a straight left.
God damn.
But Cutelaba's back to his feet fast.
Yeah, Ankalaev definitely dropped him on that one. I think that gives him the edge in the round right now.
100%. It was a close round. We still have a minute left in the round. It was close up until that point, but Ankalaev definitely has the damage factor with that one punch there.
Yeah. 45 seconds of... he's out cold! Oh, come on. That one was... He's out. Oh! He's out.
Ankalaev.
Up. What? Ooh. I said round 2, didn't I? Damn it.
Ooh. Magomed Ankalaev by knockout in round 1.
I said round 2.
Knockout in round 1.
He put a stamp on that one. Look, you said that. He was being patient and waiting for that counter.
I knew it. I could see it, man. You could...
He just the laser focus, the way that he was circling,
you could see what he was doing. And then when he started popping that jab out a little bit, you're like, okay, he's starting to figure out where he's
Look at that. And it was a jab that, or it was a straight left that dropped him on that one.
Ah, man.
And then here,
but you see that jab
boom,
right
there's
there,
the right left hook.
It was kind of a hooky jab there that he threw, but he was throwing that out a lot to figure out his range.
Yeah.
That's what he was doing with that punch, it looked like, to me at least. Wow.
Damn.
Nice
Look at
job.
that. Boom, boom. 1, 2, boom. He's done.
Wow. All right, so no need
I thought
for,
he took about 3 extra shots that he probably didn't need to take.
I think he definitely took a couple extra shots. I think that second time going down, they probably should have just stopped it right there.
Yeah.
Especially considering the fight before this, where they stopped it a little bit earlier.
Stefan Struve, Tuivasa.
Yeah.
1 second left in the fight. Struve kind of buckles down and falls, and they stopped it instantly.
Yeah. So I definitely think if you want to compare it to the last fight, definitely a way late stoppage. But
he put a stamp on that one.
Not too late to the point where you could be super upset.
I think that ref was like, I'm just going to make sure he's out.
Panda Heather says, that's a perfect for her.
Hey,
nice job.
Good job, Heather. Yeah.
Hey, guess what? That's a perfect for me, too.
You said 1?
Yeah, right there.
Yeah,
Boom.
That'll pass me on. That's a semi for me.
Nice.
I think I was only 10 points ahead of you, so now you might be 5 points ahead of me now.
If you're new to our live streams and our podcast, we like to compete on Tapology.com every week. So what you do, if you're not a part of our group, go to Tapology.com/group/434 and sign up. We'll approve you into the group and get you in for the next one. Unfortunately, picks lock before the fights start.
Ooh. Panda jumped in first place with that one.
Nice. Panda Heather jumps into first place on Tapology right now. We got 15 people competing today. Go to Tapology.com/group/434 and sign up and join our group and compete with us every week. We'll announce you if you are doing well throughout the competition or throughout the fight card. You'll hear your name announced a lot.
Yeah, so now that we're this fight's over, let's kind of break down the prelims real quick and give a standings update on our group.
All right, so you didn't catch the first couple of fights, you said.
No, I was asleep. Man, listen here, guys. The prelim started at 8 a.m. our time, right?
And we had late nights.
I was up till about 4 a.m. last night just drinking, having a good time, listening to music, hanging out by myself. It was great.
Drinking some unicorn stuff?
Yeah, some rainbows and unicorn, man.
And unicorn. What's so funny is because I almost bought that the other day, too.
Did you?
Yeah.
I sent it to you, a picture of it last night, and I'm like, dude, you like this stuff.
I'm glad I didn't, though, because Steph and I were looking at it, and when I got this Silver City, that was the other one I was looking at.
Really?
Yeah.
That's funny.
But all right, so from the first fight of the night, we opened up with Joel Alvarez versus Alexander Yakovlev. Alvarez came out, started up with some big, heavy leg kicks, threw about 3 or 4 of them, which actually ended up causing Yakovlev to shoot in. And I thought that was going to happen. At that point, Alvarez locked in a guillotine. And when he locked in that guillotine, it was an arm-in guillotine, and he was squeezing. It looked for a second like Yakovlev was going to tap, but then Yakovlev fought out of it. Quickly, though, Alvarez transitioned to an armbar, and he was able to finish him off there in round 1 with an armbar. And so for that one right there, that ended up being not a perfect for me.
I got the perfect, baby.
I did have submission picked. I had submission round 2. Originally, I had round 1, but I was listening to the podcast that I recorded for the Pick'em show, and I accidentally said round 2. So I was like, oh, shit, I got to go change it. And then I went and changed it to round 2, so it matched what I said in the podcast. But I had round 1 originally picked. So that puts me at 1-1 on the night. You at 1-0.
No, this is the first fight.
Yeah,
we're
1-0.
But I feel like this was also the easiest fight on the entire card to pick. Like, we knew this was going to end in a submission victory for Alvarez.
Yeah, we knew it was going down. Is this my beer or your beer?
That one's mine. Yours is right in front of you.
Oh, shit, in front of my mic. I couldn't see it.
So, I mean, that one I feel like was like a gimme fight almost. Alvarez by decision. You could pick the round. After what he did to Duffy, I felt like there was no way that this fight did not end in a submission victory.
Yeah. Yeah, then we move on to the next one. This one was Miranda Maverick versus Liana Jojua. This one I thought was, a lot of people had Miranda Maverick picked to win this fight, and they thought it was going to be a blowout fight.
I thought it was going to be a one-sided decision.
They thought, a lot of people thought that Miranda Maverick would take her down and submit her on the ground. And I didn't really know if that was going to happen because Liana Jojua, she is a master of sport.
We saw it in her last fight that she's got some sick submissions.
She's got great arm bars. And I figured for sure this fight was going to the ground. The fight starts out, Miranda Maverick comes out, and she's trying to throw some leg kicks, and Liana Jojua starts landing a 1-2. She's throwing a jab and then a straight right down the middle, and she's actually outlanding Miranda Maverick there at the beginning. Miranda Maverick starts to make some adjustments, and she's able to mix in her kicks well, starts throwing these wicked elbows where they're in tight, and she's stepping in and catching her with these elbows, ends up busting open Liana Jojua's nose. The round ends, they go to the corner, the doctor comes in and says he's stopping the fight due to the cut. I didn't think the cut was that bad. I mean, it was a bad cut, but it was on the nose, wasn't in a position where the blood's leaking in the eye. Yes, it was still bleeding. It's a cut. Sometimes cuts bleed. It wasn't very bad, especially when you look at the Lisa Versosa cut that she had in her title fight on Invicta, which pretty much wrapped her whole eye.
Yeah.
So I thought that was a bad stoppage overall. I did have Jojua picked to win by submission in round 1 because I figured it'd hit the ground and she'd take it.
But yeah, I had Maverick by decision, so that gave me I'm 2-0 at this point with a perfect.
Yeah, and then I'm 1-1 right now at this point with some bonus points.
This next fight was actually really fun.
Yeah.
Kind of really technical throughout the first round, 2 rounds there. Third round is when they kind of got real fun. But I mean, it was a different fight from Sam Alvey from what you're used to seeing.
I mean, it was more like we've seen from Sam Alvey in the past.
Yeah.
You know, probably 2, 3. Maybe 4 years
probably
ago.
A little bit, yeah, probably longer.
You got to see more of him actually coming out and trying to
he was
really
countering
finish and knock some guys out.
What you saw really is you saw him countering, though. He had his back to the cage a lot, and Jung was really trying to cut him off and keep him there. But Sam Alvey was circling out really well, landing some good jabs, exploding out, picking his spots really well when he exploded.
I had picked Jung to win by knockout in round 3.
I had him knock out round 2.
I mean, I didn't figure anybody's finishing Sam Alvey in round 1 or 2. He's one of the hardest guys to knock out.
He is.
Buster, stop.
And it almost happened in round 3 because the first round, really, Alvey outstruck him.
Yeah.
And so I gave that round to Alvey.
Yeah.
The second round was really close.
I gave it to Alvey.
I gave it to
Jung. Now, we're going into the third round. Going into the third round here, Jung stepped it up.
Jung really stepped, and he dropped him early in that round.
And his thing, also, he changed in and he started using his elbows more.
Yeah, and that's what dropped Alvey initially was Alvey was coming in, and Jung just landed that right elbow, dude, and just put him down.
It wasn't enough to
finish him.
At all, and I'm like, come on, give me the perfect. And it was hard for me, though, because if you watch my prediction video, I'm a Sam Alvey fan. I just didn't think he'd win this one. But then they go to the scorecard, 29-28 Sam Alvey, 29-28 Daeun Jung, and then 28-28, a split draw. You really can't be mad about it, though, because it was that close of a fight.
Yeah, it was close, and you know, we were debating a little bit whether it was round 2 or round 3, but in my opinion, the only way that it makes sense to get that 28-28 is because you couldn't give a 28-28, you couldn't do a 9-9 in round 2 or round 1. The only round I could see a 9-9 coming was round 3, and that judge giving the round to Alvey, but also taking a point because he got knocked down. Yeah, that's the only thing that makes sense to me.
And he did get dropped a couple of times, and I was like, man, I don't know, was it enough to do a 10-8? No, definitely not enough to do a 10-8, but he did have the most significant damage in that round. So,
and, I mean, I gave that round, I felt like that was a clear round for Jung.
Not enough for a 10-8, but he did drop him a couple of times, and damage is a huge impact.
That's the number one main criteria.
That's why I was wondering, like, is it enough or not? So, I didn't think it was enough. The judges didn't think it was enough either. I'm really curious to see what the official scorecards are. So, yeah, we just went over the Miranda Maverick fight.
Yeah, I didn't watch it. I was sleeping. Jake watched it. He broke that down.
Now, we move on to the next fight right here. This one was Shavkat Rakhmonov versus Alex Oliveira. This one, I said don't agree with me on this pick because I don't do a very good job picking Oliveira fights. I had Oliveira picked originally to win by decision. Yesterday before, or wasn't yesterday, maybe the day before, when I started recording my podcast, I changed my mind on that because I was watching some more of that Shavkat Rakhmonov dude, and he's got some wicked striking and some good submissions, and he's just a brute, you know? Yeah. So I changed my pick from Alex Oliveira to Rakhmonov by knockout in round 2. I didn't end up getting it correct. What did you have picked for that one?
I think I had Oliveira by knockout as well. Let me go down and check here. Yeah, I had him knockout round 3. I didn't know too much about this Rakhmonov guy. I knew he was being super hyped up. And a lot of times when you get these super hyped up guys, things go wrong. Especially when they throw you in against a guy like Alex Oliveira for your UFC debut.
Yeah, I mean, who's fought some of the top and toughest
fought some
guys.
of the toughest dudes. In
155.
Yeah,
so,
and...
sorry, 170. So, but, yeah, I mean, so ended up actually happening was Shavkat Rakhmonov came out, looked like a monster from the beginning of the fight. Alex Oliveira opened up. I think it was a leg kick he opened up with. But from that point on, it was pretty much Rakhmonov who controlled it until
Rakhmonov landed that knee that put Oliveira up against the cage, and he didn't like that. And then Oliveira, at that point, went straight to the clinch and started working for, clinch control against the cage, and then went for a takedown.
Yeah.
With about 20 seconds left in the round, 20 seconds left, and Rakhmonov synced up a guillotine with an arm in.
Yep.
And Oliveira, being a black belt, I thought for sure would get out of that with the arm in. But he also missed weight, so there's kind of telling that he did have a bad weight cut there. Because he weighed in really late, too.
And he was one of the few guys who missed weight.
Yeah. And so, but when he reached up to grab, it looked like he went to start fighting the arm.
Yeah, he reached up to, it looked like he was doing that, grabbing the arm.
Yeah. And as soon as he realized there wasn't space, he just tapped.
He panicked.
It was a panic tap.
I don't think that it was something that he couldn't have gotten out of. I think it was just something he got afraid of. Maybe Rakhmonov would have made the correct adjustments and finished him anyway. But it didn't look like it was the tightest guillotine.
Yeah. But, I mean, props to Rakhmonov, dude. He looks like he's probably the real deal.
Yeah, 13-0 now, huh?
13-0, 1-0 in the UFC now. Made a successful debut with a finish.
Yeah, so then we move on to one of the more exciting fights, in my opinion.
One, I didn't get a watch because this one was on while I was driving, so I kind of had the volume on in the car listening to it while I was driving over here. Didn't get to see too much of it, though. I love this fight. I didn't agree with the decision. I'll just come out with that. Casey Kenny, came out as a southpaw. You had Nathaniel Wood come out as an orthodox fighter, and Wood was landing several leg kicks throughout the first couple of rounds, and I thought that was the difference in those rounds. Casey Kenny did land some good, powerful shots, but if I'm looking at it, I even rewound it and watched the first minute and a half of round 1 to show Cullen, because he missed the fight, what I was talking about, and I'm like, when I look at this, it looks to me like Nathaniel Wood's dominating him with leg kicks. And he's like, well, I heard them say a stat that the strikes were pretty much even in the second round. And I said, I don't agree with that. I understand that they say the stats sometimes, but when you look at the leg kicks versus the total output of striking to Kenny, I think that the leg kicks make it a much bigger spread as far as the points go. But you know what? They didn't agree with me overall with the judges' scorecards. They gave it to Casey Kenny. But it was a fantastic fight overall. Both those guys are solid fighters. Excited for both of them. I had Kenny by decision.
And he won by decision.
That was perfect for me.
And I lost that one. All right, so we're about to move on to the...
Townsy says, I'm not going to win this week at all. No chance. Where are you at, Townsy?
Well, hold on. Let's finish off. We got one more fight to get through. So Tuivasa versus Stefan Struve at 265 pounds.
I hated picking this fight just because I felt like both guys should lose. But
well, yeah, I mean, I hated picking this fight just because I'm not a super big fan of heavyweights in general, But in this fight, it was a decent fight. It wasn't anything super impressive. You had Tuivasa trying to deal with the size or the height advantage of Stefan Struve, so he started to really try to pressure him against the cage to take that away a little bit. With 1 second left in the round, Tuivasa, well, actually, there was about 10 seconds left in the round when he dropped him the first time.
And then he landed a couple more against the cage.
But Stefan Struve stands up, gets right back up, and Tuivasa does hit him again, and he goes down. You and I were kind of debating, was he trying to lean back in the cage and he slipped down? Or did his feet just fly out from under him? He was hurt.
He was hurt, for sure.
But was he knocked out?
But I don't think he was out.
Or was he trying to...
I think he got dropped.
Was he trying to lean into the cage like we were talking about?
Yeah, he did lean back after that punch and then just
And it wasn't there. It wasn't there, and his feet just kind of kicked out from him.
Yeah.
So was he hurt? Did he get dropped, or did he just slip because of the cage? I mean, he was definitely hurt.
Yeah. In that one, I think with 1 second left, you got to let that go.
Yeah, 1 second left. They could have let it go potentially. from our angle, it looked like a really bad stoppage. But if you had the direct angle of the ref, it might not have looked like that just because of the way that Stefan Struve's feet kicked out. But I still say an early stoppage. That was Tai Tuivasa. He got a knockout in round 1. That was a perfect pick for me.
And I had Struve picked by knockout. I just randomly picked that one. I didn't even care.
Yeah. The only thing I really like about Tai Tuivasa is his shoeies. So that's why I call him Shoeivasa.
It's fun.
Instead of Tuivasa.
But yeah, so after that, after the prelims, Squirt General was sitting in number 1.
Mm-hmm.
Then you go to the main card where we just watched, Ankalaev versus Cutelaba, and Squirt General dropped from 1 all the way down to 6.
Whew. Dang.
He had Cutelaba by knockout.
Wow.
And so he got that one way off.
Yeah, I mean...
Jake, are we going to do a hangover show tomorrow?
Yeah, let's do it. I'm not going to be that hungover because I'm not drinking like I did last time.
You were so gone that night. Oh, my God. I know.
I drink all of that fucking night.
Yeah, I know. That was bad. Dude, I'm sitting there like... I felt like I was drunk watching you because I started mixing up what I said. And I'm like, dude, this guy's so gone. And it's like...
I was hammered.
Couldn't do it.
And then after that, I just got more hammered.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
I don't know. There are some nights where you just say, fuck it.
Yeah.
But, and then I was
all right, so we got a man fighting a woman in this fight.
Next day
Let's see what happens here.
All right. So this one is Lilia Shakirova versus Lauren Murphy.
Right.
I have Lauren Murphy picked to win by decision. What do you
Same. Lauren Murphy decision. I'm going to check on the kids.
Yep, go for it.
I'm going to go check on the kids real quick.
All right. So, Lauren Murphy, she struggled a little bit early on in her career, but her last 3 fights, she's strung all together victories, including wins over Roxanne Modafferi and Andrea KGB Lee. I picked her to win by that just because of the fact that she's done better in her second half of her UFC career so far. All right, we kick off round 1 right now. Let's go, let's go. They're in the center, no touch. Shakirova tries to touch gloves, but Murphy does not reach to touch back. No disrespect, some fighters just want to get out there and fight. The glove touching happens before the fight, not during it. Shakirova throws a kick that misses. They're both orthodox fighters right now. Shakirova's missing with everything by a lot, but Lauren Murphy's not really fully engaging on anything either. Oh, hold on. You want to take this over?
Yeah, they're just
heat them up some of those pizza pockets or those little pizza rolls. Just throw them in the microwave. They can have the pizza rolls. That's real quick. Lauren Murphy controls the center. Shakirova lends a kick to the body. Oh, Lauren catches her with the right. She missed with the left hook right before that, though. Small uppercut in there. Lauren's still controlling the center. Nobody's really stepping in to fully engage here at this point. It's almost like each person is afraid to get hit. They're trying to throw and not get touched at all. But, somebody's really going to have to step in and throw caution to the wind a little bit and just close that distance. Ooh, spinning back fist from Shakirova lands. But Lauren Murphy doesn't seem affected by it. Lauren Murphy coming in, throwing some punches. She's got Shakirova kind of up against the cage. Shakirova changes levels. Oh, beautiful level change for a takedown, but more Lauren Murphy back to her feet fast. Lauren Murphy establishes control in the center again. I did love that takedown from Shakirova, how close they were, and the fact that she changed levels so fast and got both legs tied up. That was really good. She's just got to control Lauren Murphy a little bit more there on the ground. Lauren looks like she's the bigger fighter, definitely the taller fighter. Shakirova's kind of got like a boxing style, one hand down, shoulder roll thing going on right now. She pulls him back up. Nice jab from Shakirova. I don't know who's winning this round. 2 minutes left in the round. Lauren Murphy lands 2 there. Shakirova ducks and swings, misses with both of them. Yeah, this is probably, up to this point, it's probably a Lauren Murphy round in my opinion. Boom. Townsie's got Lauren Murphy picked the win by decision as well. She fakes with the uppercut, comes with the 1-2. There's a big size difference here, I feel like. Uh-oh. I think her boobie just slipped out. They just changed angles on that good. Yeah, no one's really shown like they really want to win this round right now. It's a close round, and there's still 1 minute and 20 seconds left. Nobody's really landing much. They're both kind of throwing things from a distance at which they're not close enough to really put a stamp on anything or really even try to. You got to close that distance a little bit. No jab from anybody setting anything up right now either. Circling, there goes a left hook, and Shakirova changes to a single leg. She picks up Lauren Murphy's leg. Lauren Murphy starts to look to defend. She gets a whizzer in there, and she starts stretching her leg out. Shakirova's not going to get this. Lauren Murphy lands some elbows. Shakirova switches to a double. Not there. Good defense from Lauren Murphy right now. Lauren Murphy hand fighting here. Wrist control is important when stopping a takedown. Good job, Lauren Murphy. Control those wrists there. Shakirova is pressuring up against the cage here. 30 seconds left in the round. Ugh. Body lock, body lock. 20 seconds right now. Oh, there's a good kick from Shakirova to get some space there. 10 seconds left. Round. I don't know who won that round. Let me go help Cullen out real quick. I'll be right back, you guys. I'm not quite sure who won that round right now. All right, so we're 20 seconds into round 2 right here. And Lauren Murphy is controlling the center again. Once again, though. Oh, she goes with the front kick. Those little push kicks are Shakirova's best tools that she has right now, in my opinion. Lauren Murphy's throwing some punches, but nothing's landing. Ooh, the best thing is landing in those situations where those kicks from Shakirova. I mean, Lauren might look like she's doing more, but she's not landing anything. Couple of knees from Lauren. Those land, but land softly. Well, up until this point right now, you guys, honestly, this should have been an undercard fight. This is the most boring fight of the night so far, in my opinion. Nobody's landing. A lot of punches thrown, but not much touching, that one lands. That jab from Lauren Murphy lands. Lauren Murphy is ranked number 5 right now in the women's division right now, going against Shakirova, who's unranked and making her UFC debut. I don't know. Not a huge fan of this fight so far. What do you guys think? You guys feel like you see something different than what I see? What do you think? Let me know in the comments. All right, she's got a little bit of a clinch there. Murphy had a little bit of a clinch there, landed in some good dirty boxing. And then she goes to double underhooks here. Shakirova's trying to stop the takedown. Lauren Murphy gets the takedown. 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in the round. Now, what can Shakirova do from here? And what will Lauren Murphy do? We'll find out right here. So this is the most that's been done in the fight so far right now.
Return of the Mac. All right, let's go.
So not much else has happened up until this point. Lauren Murphy got the takedown, and you're seeing what's going on here. Outside of this, they were just standing and pretending to
Good
punch
fight
each
to go
other.
make lunch for the kids, huh?
Yeah, the Eagle. What's up, bud? Welcome back.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, his beard's coming back.
Yeah, I'm
Working on it.
working on it.
All right, so Shakirova gives up her back. Not a good idea. Lauren Murphy sinks it in.
Oh,
She's gonna lock in that
don't
choke.
finish this. I want the decision, baby.
She's gonna lock in a
Fight
choke.
out of it. Fight out of it. Oh, that's deep.
That's
That
it.
is deep. Oh
That's
my
deep.
Dude, she's tapping.
That's
She's
it.
got
That's
it.
a
Yep,
tap.
there we go.
Woo!
That's deep.
4 in a row
Damn.
for Lauren Murphy. A very boring fight up until that point. Good job, Lauren Murphy, securing that W and actually putting a little bit of excitement into this fight.
She got the finish, man.
Nice. That's 4 in a row for her.
Yeah, I didn't think she'd get
4
the
in a row.
finish, but hey,
Yeah, me either, but you know what?
she got it.
It is what it is. It was a super boring fight up until that point, in my opinion. What do you guys think? What did you think about that fight so far? I think, of all the fights so far tonight, in my opinion, that's the most boring so far. It's been a good night.
Probably. I mean, everything's been pretty exciting. Heather remains in first place, though. She's only in first place by 40 points. There is 5 pickers, all that are 7-0-1 right now.
Damn.
7-0-1. Bonus points are the only thing separating these guys. You got 5 people separated by 40 points for first place.
Nice. And well, how far are we out from first?
We're a ways down there.
Yeah, I'm only 2 fights away.
Yeah, I'm 25 points behind you. You're actually 2
fights away with some bonus points.
2 fights away. You're about 100 and what is that? 35 points back or
Yep.
25 points back.
So if I get some bonus points, I can make some things up.
Yeah, I'm 150 back, so I need some fights to go my way here.
I mean, realistically, 2 fights with bonus points, you could be right in it too. A perfect and one with bonus, you're right there.
That is true.
If they don't have the correct picks themselves.
Yeah, but I mean that's not too bad. I have 5 picks correct so far. If I can get to 7, that puts me over 500.
Yeah,
that's ultimately my goal, is to have more right than wrong every week.
Hey, real quick, you
that.
guys. Yeah, right. Always be better than 50-50, better than 500. Real quick, I want to make sure you guys don't forget to like our page. Subscribe, hit the bell button so you get the notifications. If you look around the outside of the display out here, you'll see all the different areas that you can find us. You can find us on anchor.fm/crushingcans. You can look for us on Twitter at crushingcanspc, facebook.com/crushingcanspodcast, and on Instagram, you can go to Crushing Cans Podcast as well. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. If you're listening to the podcast, you can also listen to it on far more than just Anchor. We are on Spotify. We're on the Apple Podcast website and many other places out there. If you're listening to podcasts, go onto your local listening platform and search for Crushing Cans Podcast.
Yeah. So this next one coming up, though, should be a very fun fight.
Next
I
one
do have it ending early, though.
Yeah, I mean, this one right here was hard for me to pick because this Malkoun, the next one coming up, Jacob Malkoun's only 4-0.
Right.
But he does have an amateur record, and he does have a boxing record as well. Mm-hmm. So you had a little bit more than just those 4 fights to go off of. But I do think that that's going to be a fun fight.
Yeah, Phil Hawes he's a beast, man.
He is, but
he's a beast.
It took him 3 shots to get into the UFC.
Yep.
He lost on the Ultimate Fighter to get into the Ultimate Fighter house. And then he lost on Dana White's Contender Series. And then his 3rd shot on the Contender Series, he finally won by a first-round knockout. Now, Phil Hawes is also a JUCO national champion wrestler as well. So he's got the power in his hands, and he has the wrestling on the ground. But he has struggled a little bit. So it's going to be interesting to see what he does here.
I think he's going to try to get this fight down to the ground early and just pound him out.
I think that's his best attempt. I think that's where he should go. I don't think he should really play around with the feet in this one here. But we'll see. I do think, though, Malkoun's going to have a little bit of a problem, being the fact that we said boxing background. You know, he's only 4-0. I think that he'll probably have a little bit of a problem on the ground, and I picked Hawes by submission.
That might be a good pick.
I said submission round 1.
Yeah, it might happen.
So we'll see what happens.
What
do you guys have coming up on the next one here? Jacob Malkoun or Phil Hawes? That's the next fight at 185 pounds. Let us know what you got in the comments.
She was so much bigger than that girl.
She was way bigger. Way bigger. But, you know, the striking was so boring. They were literally standing outside of each other's striking range and throwing punches like
they're shadow boxing.
Yeah, I mean, there was a couple of times where they landed some punches, but you know, for the most part, it was like each person was afraid to get hit with anything.
Yeah,
I don't know, it was weird.
All right, so next Saturday, Halloween, 4 p.m. start time on that card.
Yep, Pacific, 4 p.m. Pacific.
4 p.m. Pacific, 7 Eastern.
Yep. I know, so I might be passing out candy during that show.
Yeah, it's going to be it's a hard one because, you know, got to take the kids out.
I'm not taking the kids out,
see what happens.
We're going to go do something. My birthday's on the 27th, right?
Yep, Jake's officially a man on the 27th.
Yeah, I'll be 32. Damn it. So I'll be 32 on the 27th here, so we're going to go out of town. We're going somewhere.
Great Wolf Lodge?
Yep, Great Wolf Lodge.
Kids don't know yet.
They don't know. Don't watch the podcast. They don't watch it anyway.
I was going to say, Maddie don't watch
what
this.
We're doing. So we're going to go to Great Wolf Lodge, and we're going to do our Halloween thing there. They're going to have, like, costumes and candy that they're passing out and shit there.
That's cool.
So, yeah, it'll be pretty cool. And then that'll open up 31st for me. They'll all be gone at Grandma and Grandpa's house with their mom. So we'll be here doing this thing.
Do you even get kids down this street?
Yeah, I mean, I've always gone out trick-or-treating, but we're going to find out what I get.
Yeah.
So I got a strobe light and some other shit to attract them.
Yeah, I don't know if see, that's my problem is, like, I take the kids out every single year. I haven't missed a single year.
This is going to be the first
one. So it'll be interesting. I know Kaylin's off, so she might end up taking them by herself if we get done. But, I mean, we should be done by 7. I could probably get out of here pretty quick.
I don't think it'll be that long. I mean, typically we're looking at 2.5, 3 hours for a
4 p.m. That's why it's 7 o'clock at the latest, maybe.
Yeah, by 7 you could always go meet up with them. So figure out where they're at, what they're doing. But
it's going to be an interesting year for trick or treating with coronavirus and seeing how.
I don't know how people are going to do it. I mean, I'm just going to do shit
like normal.
I've seen some
creative ideas online where people like throwing candy down a chute like into the bag to keep social distancing, but
I don't care about none of that shit. I just want to, enjoy my favorite holiday.
Speaking of EA UFC 4, they're showing some previews right now. We still have that contest, guys. We're a little over 100 people subscriptions away.
So we were at 391 people at the start of this show.
Yeah, so we're closing in on 500. If we get to 500, man, we're gonna give away 2 copies of EA UFC 4. So make sure you guys are sharing, like that video as well. It's got to be the video. The contest video. Yeah, I'll actually add that link to the comments here. Like, subscribe, and tell us what console you got.
Yeah, 100%.
It's that simple. Share us with your friends and family. Help us get to 500 faster.
Once we hit 500, we're giving away 2 copies, just like he said. He's going to post a link in our comment section to the video. If you're new to our show, go ahead and click on that. If you haven't seen it before, click on it. Listen to the video. It'll tell you what to do, and just do what it says. And once we hit 500, we're doing that giveaway. Man, I remember when Uriah Hall on The Ultimate Fighter was so feared.
There's another hyped up dude that everybody, especially that he had that, what is that?
Well, he knocked them all out.
Whatever.
Yeah, and he was putting dudes in the hospital. every single person he put into the hospital. You know, it was crazy. So, I mean, I think the hype was real. It was based off of the show. It was legit. But, you know, there was things where they crossed the line where they're like, oh, you know, you're a contender right now. He wasn't a contender right then yet. He didn't even win the show. They put too much hype on him early on saying, you know, you're a contender for a title now. And here we are, and he still never fought for a title.
Mom showed up. Mom's in the house. What's up, Mom?
What's up, Mom? Love you, Mom. That's your beer.
But, yeah, that one's mine.
I keep drinking yours, too.
I don't know. I haven't seen you take a drink yet. It's still pretty full for mine, so.
Every time I reach over there, I grab it. I might. So I keep trying to put it on my
set
right
it down,
side.
though. I don't know. See, I got to find this. Here it is right here. EA UFC 4 giveaway. Someone copy this link. Gonna put this bad boy right in here.
Yeah.
Boom. Click this video, guys. Like, subscribe, share it with your friends and family, and tell us what console you got.
Yep, 2 copies. We're giving away 2 copies. Hey, I'm excited, though. We got coming out here in a little over 2 weeks. We got 2 different consoles.
Yeah. A couple weeks away. Wow.
Is it November 4th is PlayStation?
I think November 12th is the PlayStation.
PlayStation? I thought one was November 4th.
Could be.
Yeah, I don't know, but I'm excited about it. I've been waiting. I've been debating whether or not I'm sticking with my Xbox or if I'm going to switch to PlayStation. I just like my, Game Pass. November 15th for Xbox.
For Xbox, and then I'll just do a PlayStation 5 release date. And November 12th. So, yeah, 12th. So, I stick with PlayStation just because I've been PlayStation like my whole life. So I've got a huge PlayStation library. All my digital content's PlayStation. There's really no point switching over.
I've been Xbox my whole life. Started off with the original Xbox. My favorite thing about that was they were better than PlayStation with their music platform at the time. You could upload your whole hard drive of music to it and just play it all off of there. And it was, I felt like it was better for that fact. Plus, there was some good games at the time. They had the Halo franchise.
Yeah, the PlayStation it's not really a Game Pass. It's not nowhere near as good as the Xbox Game Pass, Panda.
Well, yeah. Well, the Xbox Game Pass also has some stuff on the computer now.
Well, they're on computer. It's on. They actually are on the Nintendo Wii now. I think.
Yeah, I got it right
there. They've got it all over the place.
Right there.
But the PlayStation.
I just downloaded this game.
I think it's called PlayStation Now. It's all right. It's not great.
Yeah, I just downloaded Alien Isolation to start playing.
Nice.
On Game Pass, where if I was to not have Game Pass, it'd cost me $40 for the game.
On PC, I just go to the Epic Store. The Epic Store has 2 free games every week, and they have some really good games on the Epic Store.
Yeah.
That you can get for free. So I've downloaded a lot of free games off the Epic Store.
Hey, that's gonna be a fun one. Sorry, Bryce Mitchell versus Andre Touchy-Feely. That's gonna be a fun one. Makhmed Muradov versus Kevin Holland.
It's a good card
Hey,
next
Maurice
week.
Green versus Greg Hardy.
Bobby Green's fighting again. I feel like he's already fought 3 damn times in the pandemic. He was out for a couple years, comes back, and now he's just fighting every other weekend, it seems.
He avenged that loss to Veneta.
The Atlanta Veneta, I think.
Yep. He avenged that loss, and then he had a really good performance in his last one.
What's going on here?
I don't know. Let's get some volume on it.
We got is this Khabib showing up to the arena, getting a police escort?
This is how they're
inside the bubble. Why does he need a police escort in the bubble?
Their 10-mile bubble
on Yaz Island.
That's pretty cool though how they do that.
All presidential and shit.
This is my argument though against extra fighter pay though. You think about how much money it's putting on, or it's taken to put this show on. When other promotions and other things stop, they fucking got an island.
Yeah.
This is kind of like the Amazon growth phase. Amazon doesn't pay dividends on their stocks, and people are okay with it because they're continually investing in the growth of the company. But as the UFC has grown, fighter pay has grown too. It's just, honestly, it's not where it should be.
Yeah, it's not there yet. It's higher than the rest, and that's why they get away with it.
It's higher than the rest, and they're doing more than the rest, though.
Yeah. Well, I think with this, Abu Dhabi put a lot of money into this.
Yeah.
The UAE is responsible for Fight Island, in my opinion. These guys,
I mean,
they want the UFC there, so they did what they could.
They're both putting in a lot of money into it, as far as both the UFC and Abu Dhabi had. I don't know if they still do, but they did have a stake in the UFC. I think that they still do.
I think they do now.
I think they still had their original stake because they had one. I think the Fertitas just sold their stake, and then Abu Dhabi probably kept theirs because they already had theirs before.
Yeah, they might have. But either way, it's pretty cool that they're doing this.
But I mean, it's a lot of money to shut down an
Mom
island.
has Hawes TKO round 2.
All right.
I've got him round 1.
Yeah, he's a monster. He's a good fighter. He just hasn't had the luck that he needed overall trying to get into the UFC. But outside of trying to get into the UFC, he's done great. Now, the one thing is that a performance anxiety issue thing where it's like, this is my big opportunity. Is that what's cost him those other couple times?
Yeah.
Now, if that's the case, being on Fight Island might be a problem.
But we're about to get this bad boy started. I can't wait.
Oh, yeah.
I do get a little tired with how much time in between fights there is.
Way too much time. They got to try to get all their sponsors in, and they try to get all that pay in and stuff like that.
And then hype up each fight on the main card.
Yeah, but it's like, you go to a Fight Live, UFC Fight Live, there is still all this downtime in between. They're just showing different stuff up on the screen, right? It allows you time to go get a drink or whatever if you want to. But if you go to a different show, like a smaller show, they roll right through the fights.
Oh, yeah. Well, some of the FCFF cards that we went to when we were younger, they would put on like 20 fights, though. So you got to get they've got to be quick.
I was like 16 on a 24 fight card, and I was like, dude, I'm already getting tired just waiting here.
Yeah. So you gotta go fast in between those fights.
Yeah, and then sometimes the thing about it is though with the FCFF is it's amateur, and on the amateur scene there's a lot of people who pull out last minute or don't show up at all. Right, so the FCFF always schedules more, so they don't run into a situation where it's like the UFC and a couple of guys fall off, and all of a sudden now you've only got 6 to 8 fights on a card. They try to prevent that from happening by overstacking the card with the anticipation that guys are going to fall off. And a lot of amateur shows do that. You try to get somebody to pay $40, $45, maybe more to come watch a show. So stack that card and make sure that you sell more than you get more fights on there than you need to, and hope that most of them stick through.
Yeah, we got the Contender Series coming back in a week and a half.
As soon as we get done with this 5-week stay on Fight Island.
November 4th.
Yeah, we'll be back.
Contender Series is back.
I'm so excited about that, man.
I love watching Contender Series fights.
Yeah.
To me, it's kind of like watching, I'll equate it to college football or college basketball, because you've got guys out there that are competing for a job at the next level, and so they often will give more than what a lot of the sometimes pros do.
Could you compare it to preseason football? Although you don't get nearly as much playtime in preseason football, though.
Yeah,
kind of
not really.
Trying to. The thing about it, why I say preseason football, is oftentimes you only get a limited stance to get out there and try to prove yourself. Now, if I'm trying to get into UFC, I typically got like maybe one shot.
Yeah.
So that one opportunity to get out there in front of them and perform, if I don't, I might be riding the bench the next time. I might be getting cut. So that's why I say comparing it to preseason football.
Yeah, it's hard with that because at preseason those guys they've got a job, and
they hopefully have a job.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you'll get because they do cuts every week at that point.
You could get thrown to a practice squad, which would significantly decrease your pay.
They're still getting paid a ton of money. Practice squad dudes make so much money.
I don't know.
Ridiculous.
Look at Garrett Grayson's pay in his final year. It was way lower. It was like, I want to say like right around 50,000 or something like that.
Yeah, for practice squad.
For practice, yeah. I mean, it is still a lot, but
it's good money.
You look at his first year; he signed like $1 million deal.
Well, he was drafted at that point, so when you're drafted, you always get paid.
Yeah,
more.
He was drafted with like $1 million deal, and slowly worked his way down to about 50.
He did okay when he first came out. I think a lot of the problem was injuries. He had some injuries early on there, and then he just couldn't compete with the rest of the guys.
No, I don't know if necessarily he couldn't compete. He looked good in practice, from what I hear.
He looked good in practice. He looked okay in games too.
He didn't look that great. He only played a couple of games, and he had interceptions. And it's that one shot, that one opportunity.
Touchdowns too.
You have a couple of interceptions. You get sacked a couple of times, and your only couple games that you play a couple downs, and all of a sudden.
Yeah,
Garrett Grayson was, just so you guys know, Garrett Grayson was a guy that I went to high school with. He dated my wife's little sister for a little while, and then he went on and he signed with New Orleans.
State.
So he went to Colorado State first. He set most of their records, broke most of their records, went to the NFL draft, got drafted to the New Orleans Saints, Was supposed to be Drew Brees' successor. Didn't work out very well.
Well, the problem that he ran into in New Orleans is Taysom Hill.
Well, yeah.
Taysom Hill passed him up. Taysom Hill's like a Swiss Army knife on the football field at the quarterback position.
And the fact that Drew Brees didn't retire.
Drew Brees is still playing.
He's 43
years old or some shit, still going.
Yeah, so we had all those things going on. But, he made good money. Now he's in real estate and retired from the NFL and still making good money in real estate.
Yeah.
So whatever, if you can turn that into a good career outside of the NFL, you're doing well.
Yeah, I mean, real estate's a crazy business, man. I had a girl I went to high school with at Taft.
Yeah.
Who is, she moved to Orange County, California, and she's like only selling homes that are worth multi-millions. Like you look at her real estate page, it's like $6.5 million, $10 million, dude. I'm like, damn, dude, that girl's got to be making bank right now.
Well, you look at like Nate Brantley and what he's done.
Mm-hmm.
Nate Brantley is one of our buddies. He started a business
called... He built his company up, man, from
Brantley Christensen Real Estate, and they're in like 4 or 5 states. Although they did shut down their Nevada place recently. Yeah, grab me one of those. But they did shut down their Nevada place not too long ago. But if you look at it, like, he's doing millions and millions in sales.
Yeah, they do a lot in sales.
Crazy.
He's got a good team he's built over there.
What is the UFC going to do when Bruce Buffer is gone?
Probably steal Bellator's announcer.
I don't know. There's some good announcers out there. Hire Kevin Keeney. Well, that's what they should do. They
Buffers, they have their own school where they're training people, don't they?
Well, what they should do is Chael Sonnen should just throw out Kevin Keeney's name and say, put him on here.
The FCFF guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he knows MMA, he knows wrestling. You talk to him about anybody from the Pacific Northwest who's fighting in the UFC, he knows them. He knows everybody. I mean, look at Ricky Simone. Ricky Simone was a champion on their amateur cards. I mean, all sorts of Ed Herman fought on their cards.
Yeah.
It's
good stuff. And we are finally getting ready to start. We got Jason Herzog as the referee for this one. Phil Hawes hopefully gets it done.
I'll bet you Bruce Buffer's net worth is more than $10 million. I'll bet you it's more than that.
Bruce got a net worth. She probably looked it up. So.
I mean, I wouldn't doubt it if he's got more than that.
But here we go. So you have Hawes, I have Hawes. I've got knockout, you've got submission.
I got submission round 1.
I've got knockout round
knockout
2. Is it round 1?
We both got round 1, I think it was.
Yep, round 1. Okay.
So
he might, dude. This guy's
already. But he already hurt him.
Holy shit!
Hurt him.
He just knocked out the boxer, baby. Ooh, dude, I'm sitting here watching. I'm like, he might already get this done.
Ooh, didn't even get a finish.
She did look it up though, by the way. So.
Yeah, that might be inaccurate. I mean, they just released.
Well, they also have their business, so you got to look at his personal assets because Michael and Bruce they share a business for their announcing.
They have a crazy story too.
Their story's awesome.
But the bottom line is, they come out and they release like Trump's tax plan all over the place, or tax return all over the place, and it's bullshit. It's not even the true thing, right? So just because you have a part of the information doesn't mean that you have all of it. I don't think, I think that Bruce Buffer is probably worth more than
I think I think when you're a millionaire, you're often worth more than what people know about or your disclosed net worth.
100%.
They have people, they pay people to hide money for them, to get them loopholes and tax breaks and do everything they can.
Well, and
there's nothing wrong with it if you're doing it legally. I've got no problem with it.
The reality is if you don't see their tax returns and everything that they're doing, you're only making assumptions based on what they have. Okay, so these are the assets I know that they have. This is how much they get paid to announce. They do this many fights per year, so they're maybe making this much.
You know what's funny is recently there was I think it was a tennis player. I think it was a tennis dude. Recently filed bankrupt and hid his Grand Slam trophies from his assets. And
good.
So I think he got arrested because they found out about it. But he hid his trophies and shit, and they found out. So he ended up getting arrested because his trophies are worth on the market potentially hundreds of thousands of dollars.
That's such bullshit. That's trash, dude. Fuck you, dude. Keep your fucking trophies. Keep all that shit. Tell those motherfuckers to suck a dick.
See, I'm gonna look it up for his name. Yeah,
Excuse
Jake
my
going
language,
crazy over here.
Yeah, that stuff pisses me off. You that's not fucking work money. I don't care what that's worth or anything like that. No, that's your prized possession. You should never have to give that up. That'd be like trying to get me to give up, something from my fucking kids that's super significant to me.
Yeah,
Fuck you.
It's tough, man.
Excuse my language. But yeah, I get pissed off about shit like that. I mean, you can go out there, you can file for bankruptcies, and you can have exemptions on there so that you can keep one of your vehicles if you have multiple vehicles, so you can still transfer.
Yeah, tennis star Boris Becker was charged for allegedly hiding his Grand Slam trophies during a bankruptcy. He appeared in London court on Thursday, faced a total of 28 charges, including not turning over hardware to pay his debts, including his Wimbledon and Australian trophies. Crazy.
Now, the only other thing about it is, though, it's like, why is he so far in debt?
Yeah. Sometimes athletes are terrible with money, dude. Sometimes they're terrible.
Michael Jordan was terrible with money. Had terrible gambling habits.
Ooh, Jake, I passed you up on that one by 10 points again. Got that perfect. Jumped right over the top, baby.
Perfect, man. You and I, we're just battling
flip-flopping, baby.
Right there.
Heather is tied for first now.
We got three.
We got Killa and Bueno jumped in there to the tie too.
Man, we got a
damn. And they're all at 5-5-5. Look at that score.
Nice.
Crazy. You know what? Where are they ranked in the world right now? 555 points. They're all 8-0-1.
Yeah. I mean, they've got to be up there.
Or wait, did she not pick? Let me make sure they're 8-0-1. Oh,
no, Heather's got all 12 of her picks in.
Did she pick Murphy in the last one? Or did she pick the other chick?
But she's 8-0-1.
Who'd you pick? Apache Pilot here. What's up? Yeah.
Hey.
Going to Campbell.
We got to throw some pictures up of him with his Apache here soon.
She did have Murphy by decision. Okay.
Yeah.
So she's still. Yep, she did. She says that. So yeah.
So wait. Go back to that.
I'm gonna go
Gaethje
here.
Picked to win.
Yeah. I almost picked Gaethje to win.
What does she have Gaethje picked to win by? I have Gaethje picked to win.
I don't know. Hold on. I wanted to look at her actual.
I picked Gaethje by decision.
You picked Gaethje by decision?
Yeah.
I think if Gaethje wins, it's going to be by finish.
I don't think so. I think if you look at how bad Khabib struggled to take down Alvey,
they're ranked at 173 in the world out of almost 4,000 pickers for this fight.
No shit.
Wow, 3,815 picks, ranked at 173 right now.
Wow, nice job.
Killing it, guys.
If you look at Khabib's fight against Alvey was the best at stopping the shot from the open. You look at the takedown defense from Conor McGregor. Conor McGregor had fantastic takedown defense. The one thing he didn't have was the scramble ability to transition several moves together. But if you look at the way that he was stuffing the head, he had his hips in, he was controlling an ankle, grabbing the butt to keep the pressure there. Like, Conor McGregor is not a wrestler at the level of Justin Gaethje. And the big thing about it is Justin Gaethje can do all those things I was talking about, but also transition to other things and keep scrambling. You know, he's a D1 level wrestler, and one of the big things about being a D1 level wrestler is the ability to keep moving and keep scrambling and working back to your feet. Conor McGregor got back to his feet. Alvey got back to his feet.
Yeah. Did you watch the video that I told you, Ariel Helwani versus when he was on Pat McAfee's show?
I fucking loved it.
That was so great.
I loved it. And I love the energy there. I hope that they do that all the time.
I think they do. I don't watch Pat McAfee too much.
I don't either, but I got to watch that more because
that was beautiful. Great. That segment was great.
That was beautiful. Oh, man.
I told you, it was great. I was like, dude, this is a side of Ariel I've never seen before. Yeah. And it was awesome. I loved it. I was like, I think in the text message I told Jake that Chael Sonnen has been rubbing off on Ariel
100%.
Because you watch that and Ariel's out here cutting WWE promos on
better
Pat
than all those
show.
guys. And then all these guys start trying to use all that old shit. What? And all that stuff. And he's like,
Pat
really?
McAfee does that. And
I know. Well, but all they were doing was old cameo stuff from WWE and WWF. And then what happened was
because Pat McAfee, I don't know if you've seen the video. I don't know if they showed it on that clip or not, but Pat McAfee's actually cut a promo in WWE's NXT promotion with the tag team champions.
No, I know, I understand that, but
it's so funny.
Throughout that whole interview, he kept going back to old one-liners.
Yeah, go Ducks, bro.
He kept going back to all the old one-liners from WWE and WWF.
Get that down there. Get my O up, baby.
So anyway, he kept doing that, and then Ariel Helwani's like, when are you going to use some original stuff?
So he's like, even your shirt's NWO.
You're stealing everything from everybody else. Do something original. Like, you're out here trying to talk shit to me, but you can't say anything. Everything you're saying is somebody else. And the whole energy and the whole vibe for those guys was good, and I'm going to watch more of those interviews.
Yeah, I like Pat McAfee's show. He's got so much energy, and he's got so much good information.
No, Al didn't take that fight on 2 weeks' notice. Al took that fight on like 2 days' notice.
Yeah, I think it was short, really short.
He had a
maybe
different
a day or two. Yeah.
Yeah, he had a different fight scheduled at the time, and then I want to say that was the fight, and it might
Tony Ferguson.
It might
I think
be
it
the
was
wrong.
one of the ones.
Yeah, it was Tony Ferguson. It might be the wrong one. I think it was the one where Tony Ferguson, a couple days beforehand, tripped on the power cord,
like broke his knee or whatever.
Yeah, he blew out his knee, and so then they switched it up. This was like 2 or 3 days before. They switched it up. Al Iaquinta changes his opponent from a striker to a wrestler, comes out and puts on a decent performance there, and he makes it hard for Khabib to take him down. The one thing that I did see that I didn't like when I was watching Justin Gaethje train is they were training, and this might just be because the camera's there only, they were training for the shot in the open.
Yeah.
I didn't see a lot of actual pummeling and fighting off the cage where Khabib is actually good at taking people down.
Well, what I was getting to when I was talking about the Ariel and McAfee show is I think it was Ariel that explained when Conor got taken down in the middle, he got back up.
100%.
But it was against the cage where he struggled. And so with Gaethje, if he gets taken down, he's guaranteed he's going to get back up.
Yeah.
But against the cage, he might struggle.
And I agree with that.
So we'll see what happens.
And I agree with that. I just think that overall, for the most part, as you guys know, I don't think Gaethje has the greatest striking. I think that his striking is opened up by his pressure.
He looked much improved against that Tony Ferguson,
The other thing,
he was patient and methodic.
When Conor McGregor won that one round, he won it pretty much off of pressure. Pressure and striking. Gaethje's a great pressure fighter. Now, what is Khabib going to do when you have another guy who's going to constantly pressure you and not back up and circle?
Not only that, I'm sure you guys saw it. We posted about it. Mike Dolce pointed it out, and his video actually went viral about it. There was some controversy with Khabib's weigh-in.
Yeah, I mean, he stumbled getting onto the scale. First of all,
He's missed weight before.
Well, let's talk about that. Let's back up. So he's missed weight a few times before, and then in this fight, he doesn't wear his shorts to step on the scale.
And he was the first fighter out there, too.
The first fighter out there. He was so close to being overweight that he didn't wear shorts. Takes them off, and then he has trouble even getting onto the scale.
Yeah, he has to hold on to both.
Grabs onto him.
Both dudes holding the towel.
Barely lifts his hands up, and then what happens when he lifts his hands up? As soon as he lifts the hands up, the scale...
Well, the dude doing the scale unlocked the scale.
Yep, as soon as he lifts his hands up...
And it starts going up. Now, when the scale goes up, what's that mean, Jake?
It means that right now, the weight is too high right now. It's not balanced. So when you sit down on the scale and the scale tips up like this to the top, it means that you're heavier than what the limit is that they have set.
And it was set right at 155.
So when the scale went up, it can go up and bounce, as Dolce explained. It can bounce and come back down, but that's not what we saw happen. It went up, and as soon as it went up, boom, he wipes it clean, says 155.
He's good.
That was not an official good, clear weigh-in.
No, especially when you look at how they did Gaethje. When they did the same, this is for the same fight with Gaethje. It goes up, but they let it settle down and back and level out.
And the first time I watched it, I didn't catch it. And then I was watching it like the morning afterwards, and because I stayed up to watch it live when they did the live weigh, and I didn't really catch it. Maybe it was because I was tired and a little bit drunk. But then when this morning, or not this morning, but when I watched it again, I'm like, yo. I sent you a message. I was like, I don't think he made weight.
Yeah, and I'm like, you got other people talking about it? Did anybody else notice this? So first thing I did is I got on the internet to look to see if anybody else was talking about it. Sure enough, Mike Dolce has this video that's blowing up, going crazy right now. And, he makes some very valid points. And it's funny that people want to try to argue with Dolce.
And Mike Dolce is an expert on this, by the way.
4-time nutritionist of the year or whatever.
Yeah.
The guy, he knows the weigh-in process. Like, his specialty is cutting weight.
100%.
So the weigh-in process is his expertise, and people want to try to argue with him over the weigh-in process. That's just silly to me.
Wait, they got Michael Chandler out there real quick. I want to hear what they say. Sorry, I don't mean to cut you off.
Nope, you're good. Because Khabib was talking mad shit. He's like, you're not a high-ranked fighter. Go home.
I know, ridiculous. I don't know if you guys can hear that.
They probably be very faint, but hopefully you guys are watching at home too.
And I knew taking this opportunity was going to be awesome. Anyway, being able to rub elbows with our new colleagues here, new coworkers, and I'm excited to be here. I know you and I.
I'm excited to see Chandler in the UFC, man. He is so fun.
100%. I don't like guys saying that he's not a UFC caliber guy. I think that's ignorance.
How do we know? Eddie Alvarez came over and won the 155 title.
Yeah, 100%.
Look at what Gaethje's doing right now. World Series of Fighting comes in, and boom, he's fighting for the title.
Yeah. Gaethje did struggle a little bit in the initial transition,
Yeah.
But since then,
it's been
he's
dominant.
looked like a killer. But, okay, so I'm muting that real quick. This is the only problem that I have with Gaethje. The 2 times he's lost, he's been finished. We talk about his iron will and heart and all that stuff, but both the times that he's lost, look at his record. He was finished in both of them.
Yep, he did get finished.
So, what happens there? Does he really have that ability and that mental toughness that we all talk about to push through those rounds? I mean, because that's what everybody talks about with him. He's so tough up here. He's got great cardio here, but he's been finished in the 2 fights that he's lost.
Yeah, it's gonna be such a great fight. That's all I can say, man.
Hey, we got Mech in
Mech
here.
joined the house.
He
And
weighs
by the
in
way,
on point.
yo, Jelena, we're gonna get some duck football here in about 2.5 weeks. The Pac-12 finally decided to come back.
Yeah,
After prematurely canceling the season like some idiots.
it happens.
But whatever. I can't wait for that stuff. Gaethje TKO round 1. Ooh, damn. Mama going in on it, huh?
Hey, you know what? Okay, Townsy says having a few people sued Dulce and called him a fraud. Let me ask you a question. What fighter did Dulce bring into what corner was Dulce in which a fighter missed weight? Tell me one.
Bingo.
Tell me one. And if you want to talk about, he had one guy who was a former heavyweight, or not heavyweight, former 70-pound champion who he didn't like to diet.
Yeah.
Why can't I think of his name? Former wrestler for Oklahoma State. Big Rig.
Really? I know who you're talking about.
I know who I'm talking about too. Why am I blanking on his name?
I don't know. Either way.
But, he had problems with Big Rig because Big Rig didn't want to follow the diet, didn't want to follow the plan.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, there were some fighters that didn't pay Dulce what they owed him.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look it up right now, I think you can look it up. I haven't found anything here about Mike Dulce, but there's one where Kelvin Gastelum didn't like him.
Johnny Hendricks was the one.
Yeah.
Well, Kelvin Gastelum didn't like him too because Kelvin Gastelum's another one like Johnny Hendricks who doesn't actually like the diet.
No, they want to eat fucking cheeseburgers the day of the fight.
You go to Kelvin Gastelum on The Ultimate Fighter, and that's what all they did was say, like, man, this kid does nothing but eat shit.
Yeah.
Like, we were all talking about how he might miss weight, and he's just piling on shit. Kelvin Gastelum's like, oh, I'm a wrestler. I've cut a ton of weight before.
Yeah. I don't know. All I know is Mike Dulce knows his shit when it comes to cutting weight, and that's his specialty. I think one of my favorite Mike Dulce memories was when Mike Pierce knocked him out in, was that sport fight?
Yeah, in sport fight in Portland.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
that was cool.
Him and I argued about that, actually.
Really?
I asked him, because...
Did he try to deny he was out?
No. I asked whether it was the knockout or the double leg, or whether it was the punch or the double leg that put him out cold.
Oh, that was the punch.
So it looks like the punch hits him and gets him going like this.
I feel like he was out before as soon as that punch hit.
As soon as he slammed that ground, his head popped off the ground like ba-boom. I mean, and it was like, I don't know, was he out from the punch or was he not? Now, I don't remember who had the initial argument because this was a while ago. Mm-hmm. I think he was saying that he was out from the double leg, and I was saying the punch. It might have been the other way around. I don't remember though. I have to watch the fight again, but it was so close.
It's a fun clip to watch.
He hit him with an overhand right and then double legged him. The fight's
immediately
over.
double legged.
It was like a 5-second fight total. Might have only been 4 seconds. And Mike Pierce finished him then. By the way, this is the only problem that I have with the other fighter that just fought right here, who we both really were talking about just a second ago.
Just fought? Hawes?
Yeah, Hawes. You are not Megatron. The only Megatron I know is Mike Megatron Pierce.
The only Megatron I know is Calvin Johnson.
No, Mike Megatron Pierce, baby. He's Megatron.
There's a lot of people picking Gaethje. I struggle with it, man, but my problem is I just could not pick against Khabib. Until someone proves me otherwise, I have to pick Khabib.
Yeah, I mean...
It's so hard.
And I agree, and I said the same thing. I said this is going to be, in my show, I was like, this is going to be the hardest time for me because I don't think I've ever picked against Khabib since the Pat Healy fight.
Yeah, I did pick against Khabib and Pat Healy.
And Pat Healy, you and I both pioked against Khabib.
But that's the only time I picked against Khabib. I have not picked against Khabib in that. Even the Conor fight, I did not pick Conor to win.
No, let me see. Let me back that up a little bit. Let me pull up his record because I may have picked him for another fight, and that might have been the Abel Trujillo fight from training with him at the time, though. Here,
puncher's chance. Yeah, everyone has a puncher's chance, and you said it perfectly right, Mick. If he can cancel the wrestling and keep this a stand-up fight, he's gonna win. I think he wins. If he can keep it on the feet, he wins.
He's just got to keep it away from the cage.
Yeah, if he can keep it in the middle, stay away from the cage. Do not let Khabib get you up against the cage.
Yeah, okay, so the Abel Trujillo fight, and you know what? I didn't pick him in any of those fights there. I picked him in the Gleason Tibau fight and the Kamal Shalaris fight.
I picked Shalarus in that fight.
But I did not pick him
again
in the Thiago Tavares fight because I trained with Thiago Tavares. I have a picture with him from UFC 117.
I don't know. Let me look that up, Townsy.
But Thiago Tavares used to come out to Brave Legion and train with us a little bit. He'd bring a couple of his Brazilian guys out there to Brave Legion and train with us a little bit. And Abel Trujillo was out there as well at Brave Legion. Pat Healy was from Portland. So, I mean, I think I picked, it's been so long, but I think I picked Thiago Tavares, Abel Trujillo, and Pat Healy in all three of those fights there. But after that Pat Healy fight, I have not picked against Khabib.
Yeah, after the Pat Healy fight, it's been all Khabib.
I was like, bro, these are two guys that I know can wrestle.
You know, what's really weird is the Darrell Horcher fight when you look at look at that. He came in on short notice, and I feel like that was like the only fight he had in the UFC, wasn't it? Like they signed him to the UFC for that fight, and then I think he got cut immediately after.
Well,
he didn't fight Powell.
So no, he came.
Holtzman, then
he.
Okay, there we go.
He didn't have a very good record overall. They gave him 4 opportunities, but he lost 3 of them. All right, so I'm excited about this one. Walt Harris versus Alexander Volkov. Now you got a boxer in Walt Harris.
Well, he also
and
wrestles well.
You've got a knockout artist in Alexander Volkov. So this is going to be a fun one.
It should be a fun one. I've got Volkov picked by decision, I think. Let me check. I might have him by knockout. Yeah, decision. Okay.
I got Volkov picked by knockout, baby.
You think he's going to knock him out in the first?
He's got 20 knockouts on his record.
He does.
20 knockouts on his record.
He does.
I think that either way, whoever wins this fight is winning by knockout.
Yeah.
That's how I feel. I do think that Volkov is going to be able to use his height and his reach. I think that he's a little bit more deadly of a striker. Both guys are fun to watch, though. They're as fun as heavyweights get for me, you know? Mm-hmm. When I say fun to watch, I don't want to make it sound like I'm a huge fan of either of these guys, because I'm really not. They're heavyweights. I don't really care much for heavyweights. But they are a couple of more fun heavyweights.
Yeah, and you know, with Walt Harris, he looked good in his last fight. Who did he fight in that last one? Because that was his first fight in a while, wasn't it?
In his last fight?
Yeah, who did Walt Harris fight
so
in his last
fight?
He got knocked out from Overeem. That's right.
That was second
back
round.
In May.
But he does have 6 knockout wins inside of the UFC. He knocked out Alexei Olenek, Sergey Spivak, Daniel Spitz, Cyril Asker, Chase Sherman, and Cody East.
You know what I'm sad about on this whole fight card? Cyril Gane not fighting.
Yeah, man.
That pisses me off, dude.
Yeah, he needs to get a fight, though, because he was supposed to fight on the last fight card.
And that wasn't even a UFC issue. It wasn't even the other fighter backing out. It was
it was a PFL issue.
PFL decided that the guy was still contracted.
You know, I'll tell you what, though. If I'm talking to young fighters, I'm telling them to look around when you're going to make your pro career and make decisions based on what your ultimate goal is. Okay, if your ultimate goal is to get to the UFC, look at the people who have not allowed these guys to move on. Now, if your ultimate goal is to just go fight and you don't care where you're fighting and what you're doing and you just want to go fight because you love to fight, okay, PFL might not be a bad option for you.
Yeah.
That might be a good option. But if your goal is to get to the UFC, they might hold you back. They've got a history of it at this point of preventing people from moving on to the UFC.
I would say if you're a young fighter, do not sign a multi-fight contract with a regional promotion.
Well, I don't know.
It's hard.
If you sign with like Titan.
Look at, wasn't it Cage Warriors? Cage Warriors blocked another fighter. I forgot his name, but he finally made it into the UFC.
And the UFC works with Cage Warriors oftentimes.
Yeah. So it's crazy.
Titan FC has been really good about
allowing
here we
go,
the fighters
baby.
to come up. What I would say is make sure that you have a UFC clause in there. A clause in there that allows you to move up to the UFC
if called upon.
That's what I would say. Whatever your contract is, whatever your main goal is, if you want to move to the UFC, make sure that clause is in there. If not, pass on it. You know, go to another promotion. There's a lot of promotions out there.
Yeah, he's probably a bigger, longer Gustafsson.
All right. Oh man,
we're about to start, but Walt Harris, man, he's not bad.
I
don't like him on his feet.
Even though he's got good knockouts?
I think he's going to...
good knockouts?
Yeah, I think his game is going to be taking this down.
I just think Volkov is just too long. I don't know if he wants to take Volkov down.
I think that would be his best option.
But Volkov was a brown belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu last time I checked. So he's either a brown or a black belt right now.
Yeah, these Russians are just some crazy, well-rounded fighters. They usually are.
Yeah, they are.
But, I mean, I just see him getting knocked out if he keeps it standing. I think Volkov might just pick him apart for 3 rounds.
Yeah, I mean, I have Volkov picked to knock him out. I think that it's a bad idea for him to stand with him, but I also think it's his best shot.
Maybe. Land that one punch to maybe equalize things, the equalizer.
Yeah, that's, I mean, in all actuality, that's really
in the heavyweight division, that's really the equalizer is the one-punch knockout that anybody can go to sleep at any time.
Man, that back work is getting like some serious tat stuff going on.
Jesus Christ. Is that a Joker samurai type?
No, that's samurai.
That is samurai?
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
That's straight up. But, I mean, it looks like he's been added more and more to it, though.
Yeah.
Wow. All right, so we have Volkov standing in the orthodox stance, Harris standing in the southpaw stance. Walt Harris is ranked 7th.
Volkov with a nice straight left there.
And Volkov is ranked 7th, and Walt Harris is ranked 10th. They're both throwing, man.
Yeah, Harris landed a nice front kick to the body just a second ago.
He opened up with jabs, but they've both mixed in kicks up to this point, too. So, the real question is always with heavyweights, can they keep the cardio going, and can they fight the same fight in the second and third round that they fight in the beginning of the first?
Yourselves.
They
Volkov
really
saw
do.
that one coming, slipped out to the right.
I think with the wide stance of Volkov, though, he's taken away his height advantage.
Ooh, but he landed a nice 1-2 right there.
This is an interesting fight right now.
He's holding the center really well.
He's not cutting him off, though, but if you look at what Walt Harris is doing, he's not really circling the cage a lot.
No.
So he doesn't really have to, though. So Volkov controlling the center still. Walt fakes. He fakes a movement. He didn't really fake.
Ooh. Harris goes for a left kick, and Volkov, damn.
Right up the middle with the teep kick to the
Harris
body.
went for the left kick, and Volkov comes with that kick to the front, to the stomach region right there, and then he hits him with the left hook.
Oh, wait. Harris just wiped something off his nose. Something might be hurt. His face or his nose, something might be hurt. He just literally just wiped it.
After that kick to the body, I think it might have been a right.
It was a left, I think.
That's what I thought it was a left, but
yeah.
Now I'm questioning myself.
Well, now you got me questioning myself.
Volkov's footwork isn't making me feel good for him.
No,
I don't know.
And that might be a cut under Volkov's eye, but I think that was there right beforehand. That little mark right there below his left eye.
Volkov goes to the body on that one. Those just missed.
See, look at that boxing from Harris, though. If Harris can find his range, Volkov's got to be careful.
Yeah, but Volkov's outboxing him right now.
It's because Harris doesn't have his range, but Harris has the speed advantage. I think Volkov's a little bit slower.
He might be. He's tagging him, though, so that's what matters.
It's that length, baby. You got to figure out how to use that reach.
A front kick to the body. Ooh, Harris landed a good one there. Those 3 missed.
He hit him with that overhand right, though, which is his jab hand.
Volkov is definitely a Viking descendant. Yeah, he looks like it.
Ooh, that was an uppercut from Volkov.
And Harris landed an overhand right that clipped
Harris
Volkov.
is having issues with his eye or nose or something.
Yeah, he keeps touching it. Ooh, there's a good left from Harris.
I think he's getting that thumb in the eye. That's a thumb in the eye, dude. Volkov's hitting him with a thumb with his left hand. That thumb keeps coming out. That's what it is, dude. I'm pretty sure it is.
Good front kick to the body again.
Look at Volkov's left thumb here. Every time he's reaching out, I think that's what's catching his eye.
Ooh, good leg kick right there. He almost knocked him in the front.
Inside low leg kick almost dropped Walt Harris to the ground.
Who was it that did that? Somebody did that. Was it Barboza? I want to say
Not too long ago.
They kicked the front leg out, and the dude went falling forward, and he hit him with a uppercut or something and knocked him out. Who was that, guys? Help me out.
Okay, so that mark on the eye below Volkov's eye is not a cut. But
we're
I will
still
say,
in round 1. We got a minute left in round 1. This is crazy.
Walt Harris looks like he's tiring out, though.
He's getting picked apart, too, right now.
I mean, he's already slowing down. He's taking deeper breaths.
It's those front kicks, dude. I mean, a la Conor McGregor, Chad Mendes, the front kicks to the body.
Right?
Those things, those hurt, man, and they take your energy.
Good fight so far, though. Not a bad fight.
No, it's fun because there's so much anticipation. You know, any one of the... Ooh.
He's hurt! He's hurt! 40 seconds!
He's rocked.
Keep going. Come on.
Damn. Body.
To the body. To the head. Oh, careful.
He's recovered. Ooh. Be careful. Don't get wild. He's recovered.
30 seconds.
And he's just took a huge breath there.
Oh, we got Harris checking to the clock.
Yeah, he just took a
in the
deep
body.
breath.
Kicked in the body again. Those body kicks.
Those kicks, man. Those front kicks to the
you called
body
it.
are killing him.
It. Come on, just throw. 12 seconds.
You know, the one that rocked him was like right to the top of the dome. That was crazy.
Man.
Come on. 1 second. All right, we're going to second round, baby. Let's see if we can get
Round 2.
We need to get this decision perfect.
Round 2. So Walt Harris is closing the eye again. I do think he took a couple thumbs to the eye.
He says front kicks while recovering breath is hateful.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Walt Harris took a couple thumbs to the eye. But overall, that's a Volkov round. The ref didn't see the thumbs.
100% a Volkov round.
Yeah.
If he dies, he dies. It makes sense, right? Yeah. Volkov's a Russian.
Yeah, why not? You talking Rocky over here.
Yeah.
Just so you guys don't know.
Is that Rocky 4?
No. Yeah.
That's right.
No. It's 3.
4? I think it's 4.
I think it's 3.
Let me check this out.
4 is when they fought in the street. 4 is the street
4 is
fight.
the one with Tommy Morrison? Is it Morrison, right?
Tommy Guns. Yeah, you're talking 3.
No. Yeah, Rocky 4. Ivan Drago versus Balboa. I was right, baby.
So 3 must have been Tommy Guns.
No, that one was 5.
Oh, yeah. There's so many of them, though.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. Oh, was it MVP's first loss? Kicked his front kick. Oh, that's right.
Yeah, that was Bellator.
Yeah.
So round 2
that's who
now.
it was.
Round
Thank you so
now.
much for that.
Walt Harris fakes a shot and then comes with a hook, a right hook, and then a left hook.
3 was Apollo.
Yeah, 3 was that was the first one was Apollo. The second one was the rematch for Apollo, wasn't it?
I don't remember. I haven't watched the Rocky. Dude, I used to watch those things all the time. But...
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the second one was the rematch of Apollo, and the third one.
No, the second one was Mr. T, wasn't it?
Why would he fight Mr. T if he's not the champ, though?
Rocky.
He avenged his loss. Yeah, Rocky. Let's
see. Rocky won.
All right, I want to watch this fight, though. I'm getting too sidetracked talking about Rocky here. So Volkov has landed 35 of 60 strikes, and Harris has landed 20 of 60 strikes up until this point. See, I don't think that those punch stats are 100% accurate because I think
they're unofficial. They're not official.
Yeah,
stats.
I think Volkov has been way more active.
So Apollo.
Oh, he hit him with a body shot.
Oh, he's done. He's done. He's done. He's done. He's done.
Woo-hoo! Wow.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, he's still down. Is that all that body work, dude?
Body shot, bro.
The body. He's fucking hurt, man. Oh my god. Excuse my language. He is his body. He's still holding his body. He's on the ground moving like a worm right now.
He can't breathe, bro. Like he just got the life kicked out of him.
He might have some broken ribs in there too.
No. That was perfect. That wasn't a broken rib. That was right up the middle. Right up the middle. And that was straight up knocked the wind out of it. Those are the hardest
Panda
ones
with
to
a
recover
perf.
from.
Uh-oh.
Those are the hardest ones to recover from, too.
So 1 and 2 was Apollo Creed.
See, that's what I thought.
Let's see here now. Rocky 3 was Clubber Lang, so that was Mr. T. So 3 was Mr. T.
2 was Drago, like I said.
No, this 3. Creed 2 there, buddy. That's Victor Drago, Ivan's son.
Oh, what the fuck?
This is just this listing who they fought. I don't know why it's in this weird-ass order. Oh, they're ranking the fights.
Oh, let's get a different order, though.
But it doesn't matter. We can see it here because it tells you which ones there are. Drago's Rocky 4. Clubber Lang was Rocky 3.
Oh, that's the one. Yeah, Clubber Lang.
Rocky 1 and 2 was Apollo.
Mm-hmm.
And then Apollo in 4 obviously dies. So,
Yeah.
spoiler alert for anybody who hasn't seen Rocky. But if you haven't watched the Rocky series at this point,
they're probably not watching it anyway.
Yeah, you need to go do that because you're probably
Unless
living under a rock.
they're younger adults who've never heard of it, we're going to tell you, go watch Rocky. But if you haven't heard of the new Creed series, you've been living under a rock, though.
You've probably been living under a rock.
Creed
if you
1
ain't
and
heard
2
of Rocky.
are pretty big movies as
But
far as...
Volkov, man.
Yeah.
Good-ass win right there. Oh, by the way, did I tell you last
Wow.
time? I don't know if I told you last time. I finished the Kingdom season of the series.
3? I haven't. I'm still on season 3.
Dude, finish the series because I'm pissed off. I'm pissed off at Kingdom. First of all, they canceled it after season 3, and that really pisses me off because I was actually getting really into the show. And then, dude, the final 2 episodes, Jake, you need to get there so I can talk about it with the people, man.
The final 2 episodes?
The final 2 episodes, dude. Oh, my God.
All right, I'm on season 3 right now, so we'll check that. Well, I'll look at that. Man.
I don't want to give any spoilers now. I'm like, I need to. And if you guys haven't heard of Kingdom, it's a pretty cool show. It's an MMA show about a dude that runs an MMA gym. He was a former fighter.
Yep.
In the UFC. It's pretty cool. In the final season, he actually fights Matt Hughes in the finale. That's all season 3 is. It's a build up to fight Matt Hughes. And
So hey, I gotta
watch it.
I'm gonna sidetrack you a little bit here. What do you think about Ali Abdelaziz having COVID and being in a hospital right now? How do you think that might affect
Khabib? Well, that has no dad,
no dad,
no Ali,
no.
But
Omar.
isn't Ali probably wouldn't have been there anyway? I feel like he would have been because isn't he Gaethje's manager too?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. He's both of their manager. That even puts more into it. But Ali Abdelaziz and Khabib have been like close.
Yeah.
But going back to anyway, like I would assume that would put a little bit of pressure on you, considering his other brother or Omar's not there because he's sick, who was supposed to make his debut as well. Nurmagomedov was supposed to make his debut today.
Oh, did that fight get canceled?
That fight got canceled because he's sick.
Shit. Okay.
So that fight's not happening. Now his dad just died.
Right.
From COVID potentially, COVID-related
That's what they say.
complications. And then now you've got your manager.
He says Apollo makes
sick.
his comeback in Mandalorian.
Now you've got his manager sick with COVID-19 in the hospital. That's a lot to kind of weigh on you all at one time. Now going into a title fight in which he had a very bad weight cut, which is evident based on the scale video.
He seems to always have bad weight cuts, though.
Yeah,
So.
I mean he could barely. He stumbled off the scale trying to drink that stuff.
Yeah, that's what
I
I
mean-
said. He was on his knees when he went down. When he went to
could
drink, he was on his knees.
He could barely stand. If the person running the scale doesn't favor him there, he potentially loses the belt based on the fact that he didn't make weight. He could
Let's see, what do we got here? Watch the Rockies and Rambos, period. New Rambos are better. I have not. So
Yes.
I'm going to say this.
Yes.
The
it's
newest
good.
the newest Rambo, the last, what is it called? I forget. It's the newest Rambo.
I don't know, but I like the one where he goes to Mexico. I don't know if
I
that's
need
the
to
newest
watch
one.
that one. It's out on like Amazon Prime, I think.
Is that the one where he goes to Mexico?
I don't know. It's the newest one. I haven't seen it. It's like The Last Ride or something like that. It's the Last Stand, something like that. But I haven't seen that one.
I don't know.
I need to watch that one.
I don't want to say too much. That's why I'm saying goes to Mexico.
Yeah, I don't know. It's the final one. I have not watched that one yet.
Yeah.
I need to get on that, but I've been watching so many other shows and trying to like get all caught up and stuff. So.
Oh man, I love the Rambo movies.
Love Rambo, Alien vs Predator. I love those.
Rambo Last Stand, Last
dope.
Blood. Yeah, I just
Last
watched.
Blood. That's
the one in Mexico. I love that one. It was good, really good.
Heather says it was all right.
It was really good. Shut up. It was good.
Pretty sure. He's telling I think she's got to be a perfect on that one, right?
Heather, guess what? If
Hold
you
on.
say it's pretty cheesy in some parts, you haven't seen the original Rambo movies.
And
There's
Heather
always some
moves
cheese
into
that.
sole first place with that victory. She got a perfect.
How are you going to say that movie's got some cheese in it? Look at the original Rambo movies. They have some cheese in them too.
Dude, look at this group right now.
So where's Heather ranked in the world then?
I don't know, but hold on, time out. We have 14 people right now who have at least 6 correct.
Nice.
That's
not bad.
absolutely
This
insane.
is a good fight card so
Every
far.
single person on this card, at least except for Peraflojo, is at 500 at least.
That's my point, mech bioweapon. If killing nameless henchmen is cheesy, then they're all cheese.
Hey,
100%.
You know what? Like that's why I really, really, really love the Expendables series. I love them, man.
Yeah.
We know what we're
You
getting.
just got to
We
go
know
into
it's
'em.
stupid.
Yeah. I mean, although I will say there's one series that I've really not liked.
Chill out, Mom.
there's one series that she better calm down.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna call her mama no more if she makes these comments like that. One series that I don't like, and that is where Fast and the Furious went. I hate where they're at now.
Yeah. Although I will say, when The Rock and Statham broke off and did that one, that was actually pretty good.
Yeah, but it shouldn't be a Fast and the Furious movie.
No.
They just try to tie it together, calling it all Fast and the Furious.
Well, because they used the same Calvin and Hobbes. They used the same characters.
But I mean, realistically, it went from dudes that were street racing, robbing semis to being super soldiers with super weapons and
Grandpa
shit.
wore Rambo, and Grandpa's at home with Mom right now, so he might have John Wayne on every day. Who knows?
Well, ain't nothing wrong with John Wayne on. But yeah, they went completely away from cars.
Yeah, it just turned into the
they're
standard.
They're just super soldiers.
Yeah.
I mean, like, they're super soldiers with the greatest, best gadgets who are completely fearless and will do any crazy, stupid shit. So I lost interest in them because of that. If they were more focused on the cars like they were, what brought us into the series,
yeah,
like I'd be down for that. I think
part of the problem is when they lost.
Yeah, I know.
What's his face? It kind of. I think the series really turned at that point.
Oh, it started to before then, but at that point when they lost him, they really had no choice but to go a different direction. I mean, he was the full thing that pulled Fast and the Furious together from the first season.
Him and Vin Diesel, like that connection that they had, they had a really good chemistry. And I can't even know why it's Walker, Paul Walker.
Yeah,
Paul Walker. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, they had a really good connection. I don't know what they did with the that movie when Paul Walker died, because they had recorded like half of his stuff already.
Brother.
They used his brother.
Yeah.
And like did voiceovers between his other brother too. And like that was really cool.
Facial recognition stuff on top of their regular faces to try to make it as accurate as possible.
Yeah.
I mean, think about this technology that people are using on like Instagram and what is that one? Snapchat, where they're putting all those different faces and stuff on. This is the same technology that they were already using.
So do you guys like the Creed movies then? I like the Creed movies.
I like the Creed movies.
I wouldn't say that I loved the Creed movies, but I liked them.
Yeah, I mean, I enjoyed them overall. I do like the relationship.
Matt didn't like them? Ooh.
I enjoyed the relationship between Creed's son
and Rocky.
Yeah. I enjoyed that. That's what I liked about it. Yeah. But overall, I didn't think that the whole number 1 and 2 were really that great of
Rocky or Creed 2 was kind of the way they built up this Drago guy, his son, and like out of nowhere was calling him out. But
yeah,
I didn't really care for that one. But Creed 1 was actually pretty cool.
Wasn't bad at all. But I will say that what is the other boxing movie that came out with Jake? Was it Jake Gyllenhaal that was in it?
The Connections, babe. Yeah.
Huh?
Which one?
Was it Jake Gyllenhaal that did the other boxing movie?
Which boxing movie? Because there's a lot of them. Jake Gyllenhaal did do a boxing movie.
Yeah, he did one. God, I can't remember, but I feel like Eminem had the song for it. But I like that one a lot.
Yeah.
I don't know how you spell Jake Gyllenhaal.
Just type Gyllenhaal and it'll auto-correct for you. See, there you go.
Yeah, that's who it was. Jake Gyllenhaal. How do you... Boxing.
Bixing.
Yeah, fuck it. Southpaw. Southpaw was a fantastic boxing movie. How come I couldn't think of that? Because I don't even know how to spell Jake Gyllenhaal.
Look, Heather got it up already. She already told you. Southpaw, baby. She was like, dude, how did you not know that one?
Yeah. No, but I really liked that movie. I thought Southpaw was one of the best boxing movies in a long time.
It's good.
Simply for the background story behind it that they put into it. And then the boxing scenes weren't bad at all. I think Jake Gyllenhaal did a good job of really studying the sport.
Yeah, there's a new one. So, any Sons of Anarchy fans out there? I'm a big Sons of Anarchy fan. Now, what's his name? Why am I spacing his name? Just a beer, damn it. She didn't give me credit, whatever. Dustin taking credit for Panda Heather's Southpaw comment.
Look at that. Well, you get all the credit for being the Apache pilot, Dustin. She's got to give something to her name. Come on, man.
Right?
But hey, real quick, while you're trying to figure that out, I want to ask you, what do you think about this whole situation between Leon Edwards and Khamzat Chimaev?
I love it.
So they pulled Leon Edwards out of the rankings real quick.
That I did not love.
I didn't like that, but if you understand the explanation, okay, I don't disagree with it. I've been defending Leon Edwards for a long time, saying that he's been the one who's been trying to fight guys.
It's really hard.
But the truth of the matter is, he's trying to fight guys only when he wants to fight them. So it's not like he's denying guys all outright. He's saying, I'll only do it at this time.
Yeah.
You know, and the UFC's like, no, we want you to fight this one. Finally, they get to a point where like, fuck, dude, how many times are you going to turn down a fight when we want you to fight?
Yeah.
If you don't fight Khamzat, we're going to take you out the rankings. Pull me out the rankings. They pull him out the rankings. He's like, oh, shit. They're really pulling me out of the rankings. Mm-hmm. And now he accepts the fight. You know, so, one, I don't think it's the right fight for Khamzat Chimaev. I think it's too soon. A number 3 ranked guy versus an unranked guy.
Let the boys rumble.
But if nobody else will fight Khamzat,
why not?
Why not?
I totally agree.
So that's kind of where I'm at with it.
Yeah, and I mean, they agreed to the December 19th date, so...
Yeah. And, you know, because was it Darren Till? No, it wasn't Darren Till. Somebody said that they'll fight him in January, right?
That was Chris
Thompson.
Weidman. No.
Oh, Stephen Thompson said he'd fight him later on,
No, Stephen Thompson wanted to fight him, but...
if he beat a top 15 guy. Or a top 10 guy.
Right, and then Stephen Thompson wouldn't fight him after he said he wanted to fight him. But Chris Weidman
they tried to throw him out there without giving him a top 15 guy first.
Chris Weidman said he'll fight him in January.
Yeah, Chris Weidman said if you don't have a dance by January,
SOA. So what I was getting at with the SOA thing, Charlie Hunnam.
Sons of Anarchy. SOA.
Sons of Anarchy. Charlie Hunnam actually has a new boxing movie coming out. They won an award at like the Sundance Film Festival, I believe. I just linked it in the comments. You can watch the trailer. It's kind of interesting story. It's a bare knuckle boxing movie.
Nice.
I would think that Charlie Hunnam would be the boxer in this one, given his name. He did some boxing scenes in Sons of Anarchy where they, the Irish traveling, they did the boxing. But he's the trainer in this one for his brother.
Okay.
It looks good. I linked the clip to the trailer.
So is this based on pre Queensberry rules, or is this based on modern?
No, this is modern. It looks modern to me.
Yeah, because this whole
from what I can see,
this whole bare knuckle fighting thing, like I'm super into it right now because I feel like it's bringing us back to where we were.
The fights are fun
originally.
The fights are really fun
outside of the fact that there's no grappling and stuff like that, which originally bare knuckles boxing back in the 1800s and 1700s did have grappling and stuff in there. It oftentimes make me question whether or not Abraham Lincoln was actually a wrestler or a bare knuckle boxer.
Yeah.
Because at that time, it's called prize fighting, not bare knuckle boxing.
Yeah.
But it was basically MMA. And anyway, I don't know how I got sidetracked on that, but
something about bare knuckle.
Yeah, I mean, I'm super excited with bare knuckle because I also like the fact that's what it was getting at. They do have some rules that boxing doesn't allow. Like you can take one hand and clench the back of the head. So if I want to grab you and pull your head in here and just uppercut the shit out of you, I can do that. And in boxing, you're not allowed to do that.
Did you got it?
I got it. Where'd it go though?
Is it in your hand?
It might be.
Crush it.
No!
Where'd it go?
Where'd it go? I snatched that up though.
If that's in my beer, I'm gonna be so mad.
I was like a fucking eagle, bro.
You hit it for sure.
I was like an eagle. Who says that? I snatched him up like an eagle.
I don't.
Cody Garbrandt, TJ Dillashaw.
Yeah, you showed me that clip again.
Bro, when you watch that clip, like he tried to rip his throat out.
Yeah.
Like he's.
Did you see the transformation at Cannonier when he was a
dropped
heavyweight all the way down to middleweight? Like his body.
Yeah, I mean, so
they've been hyping that up. Like they've been showing the whole transformation on Facebook on the UFC page.
I mean, I don't blame him because if you look at him, he came into the UFC going 4-4 in his first 4 fights.
Yeah.
But he was competing at a heavier weight class. He lost to Jan Blachowicz.
Yep.
Dominic Reyes. Those two guys are number 1 and 2 as far as one's being a champion and one's a contender.
Snatch
at 205.
Such a great movie.
So at 205 right now, he lost to tough guys. All of his losses, Cannonier's losses, are to top-ranked guys in my opinion. Now, those are top-ranked guys at 205. He dropped down to 185, and he's gone 3-0.
So good.
He's gone 3-0.
And it's really hard for me to pick against Whittaker here. Former champ.
Yeah.
Looks great against pretty much everybody he's fought except for Izzy.
A great striker with
good
great wrestling.
So
he's Australian national champion for wrestling.
So good luck to Cannonier. This is going to be a fight, I think.
Yeah, it's going to be a real fight. And here's the thing. We've seen what Robert Whittaker can do with big, muscular buff dudes.
Yeah.
We've seen that fight twice. However, I don't think Cannonier is going to be a guy that is on his or as cemented to the ground.
No.
He'll be more active.
He's going to be far more active. Yeah. And we've seen him against great strikers.
We're talking Yo Romero right there.
Look at the Darren Till fight, though, too.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Robert Whittaker's been in with the best of the best of the best at 185.
The Darren Till fight, you saw him mixing that wrestling in there.
Exactly.
And that was a big difference in there. Darren Till's a dangerous striker with some of the biggest hands in the UFC.
Before or after John Travolta ate a budgie.
But I mean, if you look at it, Darren Till's got some of the bigger hands in the UFC. His glove size is like the same size as Brock Lesnar's glove size.
That's ridiculous.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
So, it is what it is, though. You have to worry about that, and then how do you adjust your game plan? Well, Robert Whittaker showed he was able to. So they have Jared Cannonier actually ranked number 2 right now. Yeah, that makes sense. He's number 2 right now.
Yeah.
Versus Robert Whittaker.
He just, Whittaker should be 1, right? Yep. Yeah. Cannonier is 2, so.
He was ranked. But the problem that I have with it is they change their rankings up oftentimes for the fights that are coming up. Like, if you look at it 2 weeks ago, Cannonier was ranked 3 when I started doing my research for this fight card. Like, they oftentimes do that where a guy is unranked and they'll bump him up to be ranked just because he's going into a fight.
Yeah.
Or they'll bump his ranking up 1 or 2. So it's annoying when they do that.
So before this fight gets started real quick, we talked a little bit about next week's card on Halloween.
Yes.
That is going to be Anderson Silva's retirement.
Yeah, man. Anderson.
He has confirmed that is his last fight, no matter what. Dude, the MMA world is going to be crazy. I mean, I've hated on Anderson a lot, but you still got to give him his props and what he's done for MMA.
Well, you see, we hated on him not because of what he's done. Like, we liked him before he came into the UFC. But when he came into the UFC, we had a local guy, Chris Lieben, who was 1 fight away from a title shot. 1 fight away from a title shot. And then you have Anderson Silva come into the UFC for his UFC debut against Chris Lieben, who's 1 fight away from a title shot. And we're big Lieben fans. And then Anderson Silva comes and rains on his parade with knees, and from that moment forward, it.
I mean, he won the fight.
Yeah.
Fair and square.
Oh, he won the fight. He kneed the shit out of him. He got him in a clinch and kneed the shit out of him, destroyed him, and defeated Chris Lieben from there. And from then on, we've been impartial when it comes to Anderson Silva. There's fights where I pick him, but then he had that rivalry with Chael Sonnen. Obviously, we went with Chael Sonnen in that.
100%.
So.
Here we go, baby. Round 1 is off. They go into the middle and they instantly touch gloves.
Oh, Cannonier opens up with a right leg kick. You have an orthodox versus southpaw again. Cannonier stands in a southpaw stance while Whittaker is in an orthodox stance, but Cannonier switches his stance to both orthodox.
Tennis ball head Lieben. Hey. Chris Lieben's the dude, man.
We love that dude. He spent time in jail with one of my old wrestling coaches.
I don't doubt it.
Walter Vila. Walter Vila's the one that got high on cocaine and beat up like 6 cops in Portland.
Jesus.
Yeah.
People do some crazy. Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Well, he was a national champion from Cuba, right?
A leg kick that just put Whittaker on his back.
Well, Whittaker kicked and Cannonier countered and caught him off balance there. That's all.
Yeah, and then Whittaker fell down Cannonier threw another kick and landed on. He slipped. Dude, that was like the 3rd or 4th slip we've seen tonight.
There's been a lot of slips tonight from
the very beginning. There's been a lot of slips.
From the very beginning of the fight, of the fight card, there's been a lot of slips.
It's got to be the surface of that canvas that they're using tonight. Because
I think it's the surface of the canvas because of where they're slipping.
Some of them they're slipping locations. And it's not even on a decal. So.
Yeah. Yep.
Dude, don't pull on me and knock
your
beer over.
I keep trying not to put it over here. This is like right in my grab reach.
I know, it's right in mine.
I keep trying to put it right here, so I'm not grabbing your beer and you're not grabbing mine.
Woo-hoo-hoo. Cannonier just got out of the way of that head kick. Inside leg kick, outside leg kick. They're exchanging leg kicks. Cannonier with another leg kick. This is a good strategy. He's beating up Whittaker's left leg right now.
I will say, though,
and they're heavy.
He doesn't look like he has too big of a size advantage. I thought, ooh, Whittaker missed that by like half a centimeter. I thought that Cannonier would have more of a size advantage, but I don't think
it's a wrestling favoring surface. Yeah, I mean, if they get it down to the ground, it would definitely favor the wrestlers.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know if it does, because when you're a wrestler and you're trying to create pressure, you need to dig your toes into the mat to get your hips in to create pressure. If it's slippery,
that head
really
kick almost missed. Or it just missed.
He hit him with that
right,
right,
hit him
though.
with a straight right.
Whittaker hits him with the straight
and
right.
And it backs Cannonier up. Jesus. God, this is fun.
That
head kick is going to land. I'm telling you, that head kick is going to land at some point. He's thrown it 3 times already, and he came this close to landing it.
He's getting closer and closer.
Good God, this is going to – that head kick from Whittaker is going to land.
Whittaker's
How
got
did I
his
pick
target
Whittaker
right now.
You know, you might be right, Townsy, and when I do my stance – my right hand is my power hand, but I like to stand southpaw.
So what he's talking about is Townsy says Bobby Nux fights orthodox, but his left hand is his biggest surprise weapon. Yeah, it's true. I mean, I'm left-handed, right? And I wrestle like I'm left-handed, which
plays
means
baseball like he's right-handed.
Yeah. But I also
so weird.
I also fight like I'm right-handed. But that's because my power hand is my jab hand.
Yeah, so
right?
That's what I like too. I think because when I stand, I like to stand with my right forward, and my right is my power hand.
Yeah,
and it's really weird. I don't know.
Well, I mean, it ultimately comes down to what we were taught when we were really young. You know, we were taught really young from our family and from
who was that? There's a fighter that got a cut from a decal. I do remember that, but I don't remember who it was.
Yeah, I don't remember, but we were taught early on, put your jab hand as your power hand. You know, we were taught that early on, just from family stuff. But outside of that, I mean, I don't know if we were ever really specifically taught that. It's just always been that way. This is a good round. This is a good round. We got a minute left in the round. They keep exchanging kicks, but I mean, honestly, right now, I feel like I give Whittaker a little bit of an edge as far as the damage factor goes here.
Damage factor, but early on, those leg kicks from Cannonier were effective.
And they're still
really
effective from both of these guys. Cannonier probably has landed more leg kicks at this point, but slight edge to Whittaker as far as damage. I don't know. We'll see. How do those leg kicks affect Whittaker later on, though? Pops out a jab. That was Whittaker who popped out a jab. Popped out another jab. Cannonier tried to come over the top, and he missed.
No. That one's Herbert Burns caught his foot on the cage, and actually, I didn't realize he ripped his foot in that fight.
Neither of those connects there. Cannonier with the left leg kick to the body. Whittaker goes to the body with a straight right. Cannonier is working some leg kicks there to end the round. Close round. Very close round. Could probably go either way.
I think Bobby Nux takes that round on the damage factor.
I mean, it's got to be on that damage because that was the biggest thing.
It could be Cannonier round 1, Heather. I think it was that close. The leg kicks early.
I did not like the way that Whittaker walked back to the seat.
His leg's going to be fucked up.
He looked a little sore in that leg there.
That leg,
and they're already trying to get an angle where they can see the leg on it. See that?
Yeah.
They're trying to make sure they're not even focused as much on the face. They're trying to look for damage on the leg. It's not showing a ton of damage, so they get away from it. But there was a lot of leg kicks like that landed.
And that was right behind the knee. And then another one right on the knee. Dude, look at that. Another one right on the knee.
See,
he's targeting the knee.
He might win it by damage alone, but that's the biggest punch right there.
That was
the biggest punch, and that might be the thing that separated it. I don't know.
It could. I think either fighter could take that round.
Well, here's the reality, Heather.
Either fighter. That's
Whittaker is
so close.
A Taekwondo guy, karate guy. I don't remember if it's Taekwondo or karate. He's been kicked in the legs a lot growing up throughout his years, so it shouldn't be anything new getting kicked in the legs. He's just got to adjust, start making some.
We'll see. It's only a 3-round fight. This is not a 5-round main, so.
Ooh, see right there? He adjusted right there, catching him with that hook there. As
soon as he tried to throw that leg kick, he caught him.
That's an adjustment. We'll see if he keeps on it, though. Can he keep on it?
But look at him bouncing, dude. He looks like Wonder Boy right now.
Yeah.
That's a karate stance.
He's staying light on that foot, but he gets caught again with that kick and throws 1-2 of his own.
Yeah, as soon as Cannonier's throwing that leg kick, he's coming in with that left, though.
So like we said, pretty equal as far as the strikes go. They have a little bit of an edge right there to Whittaker like we have.
Oh, I picked Whittaker to knock him out in this round. Okay, let's go, Whittaker. I I thought I had him by decision, but knockout round 2, let's do it.
I got Whittaker knockout round 2 as well.
Let's do it. Nux, Bobby Nux, let's go.
Hey, that heater's keeping it warm in here.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's midday though. It's not an evening fight, so that kind of helps.
No, it's cold outside.
Need to go check on the kids after this fight though.
I know, huh?
It's been a minute. Make sure no one has done anything bad.
Yeah, I probably have.
They're fine. You give
Can't be any worse than my kids,
dude,
right?
my baby girl turned double digits last night. That shit was crazy.
Welcome to my life.
Right, dude?
I got a 13-year-old and a 12-year-old, bro.
Man,
I got a 10-year-old.
That's some crazy stuff, dude.
I know.
I got a 10-year-old. My son's 8.
It's crazy to think. Like
kid,
I can tell you how long I've been out of high school based on how old my kid is. 13 years.
Get in a German Shepherd pup with a wife. Gonna be something. Hey, we do have a dog too. I've got he's a 3-year-old lab pit bull mix.
Yeah, we got 2 dogs.
He's probably super depressed right now because my wife's at work and I'm here.
You didn't bring him to play with my dog.
No, I didn't want him to mess with Annie. He won't bark, but he'll.
Oh, Buster and him bark and go crazy with each other.
So.
But yeah, Annie's getting old. We're about to put down my dog. My
Tropic
old dog.
Haze, baby.
Poor girl.
Good beer so far, Tropic Haze. What brewery is this? Silver City Brewery. Not bad. I like it.
Out of Bremerton, Washington. So I don't think I've ever really tried anything from Silver City Brewery.
I have not. I think this is the first time I've drank a Silver City beer.
Yeah, I mean, I saw this, and I wasn't so sure. The can looked kind of cool. I was reading it a little bit, and I pulled up their social media, and they're really trying to hype this specific beer. So I was like, all right, let's try it out. I'm going to try this one.
That's not bad.
So let's go for it. I'm liking it. I'm enjoying it. 6.5% alcohol. Not the strongest, but really good flavor, really good taste. And feels good overall.
Gets a good buzz on, man. I think that's what's important, as long as it tastes good. I like a good balanced beer. I don't like one that
I just wish
is super hoppy and then like stays hoppy through the whole thing. I like a good balanced beer.
I just wish I knew what it was specifically in the beers that cause the different feelings that we get in our body. Like sometimes there's like some that are really warm, full body feeling, you know? I love those ones.
Certain ingredients, man. Look at that leg. It's so red.
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
I mean, up until this point, round 2, I'm giving it to Cannonier. I have looked away a little bit, but every time I look up, he's throwing a kick.
Yeah. I mean, he's still. But the thing is
Bobby still
Nux is still moving on the leg the
bouncing
same he was in the
countering.
first. It doesn't look like it's taking any effect. He's
going
going to feel it tomorrow.
Here we go. This is the difference, though, right there, baby. We talked about the takedowns that could be the difference. Now, you don't want to give up your back.
Ooh. It almost connected to the back of the head.
Ooh, Whittaker went for the kick, and he should have just fucking thrown him. He had him locked up to throw, and he went for the kick. Damn. I wish he would have
Probably doesn't feel the leg right. Yeah, he's going to feel it tomorrow, though, I guarantee it.
Yeah, he probably feels it right now.
Baby talk is way crazy. Hurry up and join the club, Meg. She'll thank you later. The first 3 months is all right.
I have 3 kids.
That's when you're tired.
Stop. Just kidding. I love my kids. I got a 13.
Ooh, he just landed a good 1-2 right there. The back Cannonier up. This is a fun fight, guys. I'm here for this.
Come on, baby.
This is what we like. We got Bobby Nux, Jared Cannonier. Let's do it. Ooh, he saw that coming.
Ooh, yeah, he did. You know,
and look at that, a 1-2-3. Look at that.
That
was like a 1-1-2.
Back, though, but good. You know, Cannonier pulled.
Yeah, he pulled it back instead of wasting the energy.
Oh man!
But Bobby Nux landed a 1-1-2 right after that.
Right after. That's the cool thing though, is the counter strike in there. I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick.
Yep. Dude, I gotta take a piss too here in a minute. So as soon as you get back, I'll take a piss. Woo! Actually, I'll do it after the fight. I don't want to miss this next round, man. We got a minute in between rounds here to get this recovery. Another extremely close round, guys. This decision is going to be a tough one. What do you guys got? Could be 1-1 right now. Could be 2-0 either fighter. That's how close these rounds have been. I think the first you have to give it to Whittaker, maybe. I did. Second round, I think Whittaker might have came back and took it. Could be 2-0 Whittaker. Could be 2-0 Cannonier. Could be 1-1. This is ridiculous. I would hate to be a judge for this fight. I'm working on. Ooh, you're working on it. All right, man. Lay the seed. So Whittaker outstruck him in both rounds. That's interesting to know. I mean, Cannonier's best strikes have all come to that left leg, so that is true. I think I agree. I think I have it 2-0 Whittaker, in my opinion. Townsley's got a Bobby K 2-0 too, so sounds like it's a good choice right there. Let's see if they put any Twitter stuff up. Usually they put some Twitter comments up and see what they got going. They haven't done that for this fight, I feel like. I might have just missed it. But you look at Bobby Nux, he's still standing there, still jumping on that leg, still throwing the leg. He just threw a kick with it. So we got Nick. There's the Twitter stuff right here. 2018 Whittaker, 2018 Whittaker after 2. Yeah, everybody seems to agree it's 2018 Whittaker. Cannonier needs to go ham right here if he's going to have a chance to win. So let's. Ooh, there was. He landed that head kick. He's wobbled. He's still wobbled. He's still. He was face planted. He's down. Oh my God! It was the head kick.
I know. I saw it from right here.
You didn't see shit. You sprinted in here.
I was trying to step in slowly.
Oh my God! How is he gonna face plant and they didn't call that? I mean, he's back now, but he fucking face planted like 10 seconds after the kick landed.
I didn't see the initial.
I called that kick too.
Actually, I didn't see the kick. That's a lie.
Mech, I told you.
The punch, I saw him fall face first into the ground.
Round 1, Mech, I told you. I said, watch for that head kick because it's getting close. But yes, they should have called that because he fell face first about 10 seconds after that strike landed.
All right. It's all right, though. It's still going on. But look, Bobby
my
Nux
God!
Ground game.
Don't go for submission. He got arm triangle. Now he's too close to the cage. Too close to the cage. Yeah.
Too close to the cage.
He had it.
But I love what he's doing with that leg. Look at that.
He's got that
triangle
on the right leg.
Yeah, beautiful work. Khabib likes to do that.
Now we're in a half mount again.
Oh, but this could be better if he does set up a submission though, because he put himself.
Well, he can get the arm triangle from this side now.
Woo!
Damn, dude. Hey.
Oh, full mount. Bobby Nux moves to full mount here.
And he's going for that arm triangle. Look at him.
Nah, he won't arm triangle them. He's not even squeezing right now.
No, but he's going to go for it.
He's going to pressure off. Frame
there
out
we
the
go.
face.
Pound
there.
up. Mount. There. Mount. No, don't do that. Don't pull his back. Just pound him. Come on, man. I need the semi.
Look at that grappling transitions. We don't see this much from Bobby Nux, though. This is fun to watch, though, from him. No. It just shows more of that game that you guys
look at Cannonier. He is busted up. That right eye. Holy shit. He is bloody. And he's still fighting, man. You got to give props to Cannonier, man. He is all heart right now.
Back to the feet. Let's go. 2 minutes, 20 seconds left.
Back to the feet. And Cannonier spins it. He's got Bobby Nux pressed up against the cage.
But I'm going to tell you what. Bobby Nux is used to 5-round fights right now.
Quick Goro, no. We're in Bobby Nux versus Jared Cannonier. And this fight is amazing if you're not tuned in to watch. You need to be tuned in to watch this fight right now. Bobby Nux is probably up 3-0 at this point. But we got 2 minutes left.
The rounds were close, and
their fight is next. Their fight's coming on probably in about 10 minutes. I would say about 10 minutes.
Maybe 20 with all
the commercials. Yeah, they're going to do the promos and everything, so maybe 20.
Yeah, maybe about 20 minutes.
Props to Cannonier. He's still... he just landed a head kick at Bobby Nux.
1:39 left.
Bobby Nux just needs to survive, and he wins this fight, in my opinion.
You had him picked by decision.
I had him picked by knockout round 2.
Oh, yeah, I had knockout round 2 as well, huh?
Yeah.
I thought somebody had him picked by decision.
Panda has him by decision, I think.
So she might be our champ this
Drop
week.
a link for the fella. I can find you a link. Give me a second. I'll find you guys a link if you guys want a link. Hold on. I'll find you a link. We paid for this shit, but I'll find you a link.
We'll
Hold
send
on.
you a link. We'll help you out. In the meantime, if you can see back there a little bit, might help you a little bit. Until then.
Yeah, we do have. You can see a little bit on that.
Bobby Nux hit him with that hook.
I'm going to find you a link. Hold on, guys. Let's see here.
Just watch the chat. He'll have one up in like 3
I'm going to post I'm going to post a link in the chat right now. You guys ready for this?
Oops. Are you on first row?
Oh, no. I haven't used first row
in forever. That looked like first row right there.
No, I use Crack Streams now.
Oh, Crack Streams looks like first row now.
Crack Streams is way better. First row, too much malware, dude.
Way too much malware on first row.
Here you go, guys. I got you hooked up, man. Crack Streams.
Boom.
Shout out, pay me.
Yeah,
I've been hooking up. That's 2 fight cards in a row.
By the way, we do have a link listed in the description there. If you look at the description, you can click on that link and support our podcast and help us buy a new camera so we're not using our phones to record these.
Mech deleted something. What'd you delete, Mech? I got you guys hooked up, though.
He probably posted a link, too.
He might have. I don't know.
Oh, I'm not posting
Well,
that.
he said hook it up with a link, so I'll hook it up with a link. I don't mind.
Yeah.
I'll hook it up with links all day. But we're 3 seconds away. That's a Bobby Nux decision, ladies and gentlemen. I think that's 30-27 Bobby Nux. What do you got, Jake?
I mean, that first round's questionable.
First round is close.
But based off what I saw there in that third round.
I will say this, while you were away, all the Twitter, all the ones that they showed on screen anyway, had it 2018 Bobby Nux.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. First,
seems our group has everybody 2018 Bobby Nux after 2 rounds.
First round or second round that was closer? I think
first round was the closest.
So after 2, so 2 I thought for sure. I thought 1 was for Nux. 3 is definitely for Bobby Nux.
You do get extra points. You get 25 extra points for a decision pick.
Yeah.
That crack trail. Yeah, cocaine's a hell of a drug, guys. Shout out Chappelle's Show, one of my favorites of all time. Yes, I own all 3 seasons. And yes, there was 3 seasons. Only 2 of them aired. The lost episodes went straight to DVD. And I have them.
Boom, look at that. What a fight, man.
Fun fight, but that's a Bobby Nux decision.
Hey, your son was out collecting eggs in my coop.
Was he really?
Yeah, I told him
he went and got eggs from the chickens without asking?
Yeah, I told him it was fine. I was like, bro, you can have them if you want. We got plenty of eggs.
We have plenty of eggs right now.
Yeah, but he likes them farm fresh.
he just likes collecting them.
He likes them farm fresh, man. When I made him scrambled eggs straight up with those, he loved them. They're much better when they're right out the coop.
I'm sure they are.
So I told him he could take them.
As soon as I get some land, baby. As soon as I get some land.
Right? We're only at 6 chickens right now. I think we're going to decrease.
Where are you trying to move, though?
I don't know.
I heard you trying to move.
We'll see.
You've always been trying to move, though. You're trying to get out of these blue states.
Dude, yeah. To be honest, I am. I don't know.
I missed it.
On,
all right, let's hear this. We got the decision coming up.
Here we go.
Hold on. This should be a Bobby Nux decision, in my opinion.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for decision. All 3 judges scored this contest 29-28 for the winner.
So they gave 1 round. It must have been round 1 to Cannonier.
Yeah. Yeah. So they probably gave the first round to Cannonier. Good decision. The right man won.
Woo!
They
The
probably
Reaper,
gave...
baby.
The only round I can see them giving Cannonier was round one with those leg kicks, where he dropped Bobby Whittaker with the leg kicks.
Yeah, well, which is like I was saying, like, I don't know. You were saying 30-27, and I said, I don't know.
I think it's 30-27.
Maybe.
But
I gave him the round 1 as well. You gave him round 1, but it was close.
It was close. It was real close.
What we said, what you and I
Texas,
both said.
We do need to move to Texas. That's where everybody's moving. Joe Rogan just moved to Texas.
Texas is on my list right now.
Bringing all his friends to Texas.
Yeah, Texas is on my list right now. My wife's actually looking for jobs out there. We're looking maybe Austin area.
Yeah, Townsend, you might be right. 3rd round probably could have been recorded 10-8 based off new rules with the knockdown. So
we're thinking maybe Austin if we do move. We're thinking maybe Austin or Tennessee.
I want to see the face plant here. Tennessee, because Heather and them. Watch this. Hold on. The face plant. Look at that. That head kick clipped him, and look. Boom, boom, boom. It was a 1-2, boom, head kick. Watch this. Like 10 seconds later, he backs up and then he face plants on the ground.
Yeah, see, that's what I saw. That's what I saw. I thought he hit him with that left.
I couldn't believe they didn't call it at that point.
Yeah,
that was crazy.
Yeah, but we're thinking maybe Tennessee was on the list even beforehand.
What are your picks on the main? I've got Khabib by decision. I think. Yeah, I've got Khabib decision.
Hard fight for me to pick, but I went with Justin Gaethje by decision.
I could not pick against Khabib. I wanted to pick Gaethje so bad just because it'd be cool to see a more active 155 champion.
I wanted to pick Khabib so bad.
My thing is, my whole thinking is nobody's done it yet.
Yeah.
Gaethje has the best chance to do it, but nobody's done it yet, so it's so hard to pick against Khabib. But I want Gaethje to win, if that makes sense.
You've heard my argument.
If that makes sense.
You've heard my argument.
I want a more active 155 champ.
Everybody's heard my argument, but I'll make it one last time. Khabib is not the best at takedowns in the open. He's really good at takedowns when you're up against the cage, or when he has you tied up. But when it comes to him actually just taking a shot and taking you down, he's not very good at that. You can look at McGregor for that. You can look at Alvey for that, and realize
you guys sleep on those 2 fights. Look.
So
You know, I would probably move too if we didn't have so much family here. Like my wife's family's here, my family's here.
Yeah, I'm not worried about.
I really do want to be closer to our younger siblings, though. Our younger siblings are going to be kind of, you know, we got our youngest brothers in Vegas right now, our youngest sisters in Alabama right now. So
and going to right there on the border.
They're going to be in Tennessee. 30 minutes from Nashville.
Well, I don't know if they'll actually be in Tennessee. That fort's like on that border right there.
Yeah, Campbell. I think Campbell's in Nashville. They told me, or in Tennessee. They said it was in Tennessee from what they told me.
Yeah, but it's like half an hour. I think
it's half an hour from Nashville is what they said.
Yeah, I think.
But it's in Tennessee.
I think it might be on the other side. It might split the line, but I think it's on the other side.
Yeah, I don't know, but we got the main event getting ready, guys.
Yeah,
tell us your picks.
It's on the border of Tennessee and Kentucky, but I don't know if.
I wouldn't have been mad if they called it the face plant either. I mean, that face plant came like literally 5 to 10 seconds after the head kick landed.
If a guy's going to take that much time to fall down, and he does fall down, yes, he
after
should
getting
stop
kicked,
the fight. He shouldn't take any more.
No.
One, he's not recovered on his feet. He's so out of it
to the point where he
falls down.
What do you have, Townsy? Hold on, where's Townsy ranked? Let me refresh this real quick. I'm gonna see. So Heather's a perfect 10-1 right now.
Boom.
Or 10-0-1.
What's she ranked right now in the world?
730 points. Jesus Christ.
She's got to be up there in the world.
This is her best performance to date.
100%.
She's won before, but I don't think she's ever been ranked this high with a win.
Yeah. 100%.
I'll tell you what her ranking is real quick.
Ooh.
Townsy says he can jump us both. I need to look at that.
Justin Gaethje.
She's ranked right now at 30th.
30th
out of
in the
3,815.
Boom, on a
30th.
huge pay-per-view. Too.
Wow. And she's got Gaethje. If Gaethje wins, she's going to be top 20.
She might be.
She might be top 20.
What's she got Gaethje to win by decision?
She's got Gaethje by knockout, I think.
Decision? Oh, that's yours. You have Nurmagomedov.
I have Khabib. I have Khabib decision. Let me look at her picks real quick.
Khabib slows down, man. He slows down 3, 4, 5. He tends to slow down.
Let's see here. Heather 13R.
He still mauls.
We're going to look at her picks real quick. She's got Gaethje knockout round 4.
Yeah, I think Gaethje.
That's a good round for a knockout.
It's a good round because that's when you look at Khabib start slowing down.
Well, both fighters are sweaty and it's harder to grapple. It's harder, you know.
It's a good round as far as that thing goes, but I just.
You want hookworms? But let's see here. Where's Townsy? Ooh, Townsy's only 35 behind me and 40 behind you. Okay. Yeah, I mean.
Am I behind you right now?
You're how did you pass me? What did you pick him by? You had the same
I had the same pick.
How the hell did you pass me? We had the
I was just behind you after the last fight, wasn't I?
You were 10 points behind me.
That's what I thought. I was like, how much do I have to make up? I'm pretty sure I had him.
Hold on, let me look at your picks.
I had Whittaker picked to win.
This is going to be some bull. You had Whittaker knockout round 2. You had Volkov knockout round 1.
Hawes by submission round 1.
I had
Murphy decision. So I haven't lost one.
I had Hawes knockout round 1. I had Volkov by decision, so I didn't get any points for that knockout. You did though.
But I got bonus. But even then, after that one, wasn't I still down by 10 points?
You were 10 down. I could have swore you were 10 down. This is really weird.
I thought that's what we. I mean, I don't know. I might be wrong, but that's what I thought we said.
You were 10 down. That's really weird that you passed me up like
maybe
by
you
that
didn't
much.
refresh when you were talking about it.
Oh, here we go. You're 5 points ahead of me now. That makes sense.
That doesn't. If I was 10 behind you, after
and
that
then you got the 15 points for the Volkov knockout. I didn't.
I thought I was 10 behind you. See, that's what you must not have refreshed it. When
we didn't talk about it after that one.
I think we did.
I don't know.
But either way, it doesn't matter. So let's look at how
you're 5 points ahead of me.
How have we done on the main card so far?
Townsy's 35 back of me, and he's 40 back of you.
Hey, I haven't lost a main card fight
yet.
But
who does Townsy have? You have Gaethje. I have Khabib.
I have Gaethje.
Townsy has Gaethje. Ooh, if Khabib wins, I pass you both.
Hey, you know what? I don't know about anybody picking Gaethje by knockout versus Khabib, man.
But Bueno and Heather, look at this. 1 and 2, both of them have 10 correct picks. Let me see where Bueno's ranked. Is he in the top 100? He's only like 45 back, 35 back of Heather.
He might be.
Let me see. He's got to be top 100.
Unpopular opinion: this fight could be boring as fuck.
It could be.
It could.
No one said it was going to be super exciting.
Now here's the thing. Khabib.
Dwayne Johnson has lost all respect. The Rock. What are you talking about, The Rock, man? What are we talking about?
No, he's talking. Yeah, he's talking. Well, yeah, he's right. He's not wrong. He's not wrong when he talks about Dwayne right now.
Has lost all respect for what, though? Has Dwayne lost all respect? Or have you lost all respect for Dwayne?
No, Dwayne has lost a lot of respect for coming out and supporting Joe Biden.
11.
Without
Draw my
realizing
count.
what he's supporting.
Oh, dude, I hate that. Speaking of Chris Webby, you saw that video?
Yeah.
He didn't go right, but he left the left.
Well, draws don't count as a W. What are you talking about? She said 11.
I saw that. She said, no, draw does not count as a W.
A draw doesn't count as a W. What the fuck are you talking about?
But let me go in here. I'm going to look at Bueno. He's ranked at 113. He's so close. If he gets a win here, he'll be top 100 maybe. It's going to be close.
Jake was up. Okay, so Townsy says, I was up. I wasn't 10 down. We must not have actually just done that one or refreshed it.
You were 10 down going into the Volkov fight.
Going into the
After
Volkov
the
fight,
Volkov fight, you passed me by 5 because of the semi for the knockout.
All right, so right here, we got the main event. We're probably looking at a long time in between hands.
So Bueno has Khabib by decision as well.
Ooh, we'll see.
So so Heather 13R, this is going to come down to this fight because Heather has Gaethje, Bueno has Khabib.
Yeah.
And Phony is still right there too. Ooh, who does Phony have picked? Because he's still right there. He's close. He has Khabib submission round 4. If that happens, he can make up a lot of points. Interesting.
Well, here's my biggest problem. You look at Dustin Poirier.
Last week, I'll tell you who won last week.
Dustin Poirier and Eddie Alvarez. Both
last
of those
week
guys,
was Phony. Phony picks won last week.
Real quick. So before we get into it, this is the only thing that makes me nervous about my pick. Both the times that he was beat, Eddie Alvarez, Dustin Poirier. He destroyed Dustin Poirier.
Oh, yeah.
Khabib destroyed Dustin Poirier.
Absolutely.
Destroyed him. Eddie Alvarez was destroyed by Conor McGregor really, really fast. Obviously, MMA math doesn't necessarily work out 100%.
That's true. Not exciting doesn't mean it'll be boring. It just depends on if you're a casual or not.
Okay, here's the deal. Are you going to be excited if the fight is fought entirely 25 minutes pressured up against the cage?
Nope.
Maybe not. Now, this fight potentially has that thing going on here. Khabib is not the best at taking people down out in the open. He has to pressure them up against the cage, and he has to tie up with them. Gaethje's a D1 level wrestler. Our entire emphasis on D1 wrestling is getting right back to our feet. You know, or not necessarily D1, but folk-style collegiate wrestling, which is what they wrestle at the D1 level, is entirely focused on getting back to the feet if you get taken down. You know, you get a extra point if you're able to control and ride somebody down on the ground for more than a minute spread of time. So if I'm able to control you on the ground for more than a minute, then you were able to control me on the ground, I'm going to get an extra point. So the spread changes there when you start talking about those things there. Gaethje's an All-American at that, you know, so he's good at getting back to his feet. But the thing that I think makes it more different than other people are talking about is the scrambling ability. Not getting taken down to the ground and stopping there, right? So a lot of these guys, what you see from a lot of lower-level wrestlers is as soon as they hit the ground, they stop moving. They stop going to the next move. Gaethje, being a D1 All-American and a very good wrestler, has the ability to keep scrambling in transitions to the next thing. So just because you get that one takedown doesn't mean that you have control. You get takedown to him, what's the next step? You keep moving, you go to the next thing. You start working back up. You start doing whatever it is you have to do. Don't give up the takedown in the first place, but sometimes it just happens. You have to weigh the battle between, am I going to waste my energy defending against the takedown, or am I going to work to turn this into the better position for me? I'm not a guy who's really big into defending against the takedown and popping my hips in and pressuring their head down and wasting my energy trying to stop the takedown. I like to transition and scramble. And I think that Gaethje's going to do the same thing if Khabib gets in on him. I think you're going to look to see him really try to transition more and scramble more than look to see him try to actually just stuff and stop the takedown the whole time. We'll see what happens when they're tied up here because it's going to be a battle for position and clinch control when they're tied up. But as far as the shots go, I don't know. I don't really give Khabib the edge when it comes to a shot.
Yeah. If Khabib gets it down in the middle, Gaethje will get him no problem.
Yeah.
If he gets it down against the cage, that's where they're going to be problems.
That's where it'll be a problem. Now, what I was just saying while you weren't here was when they're pressured against the cage, that's going to be, or even in the open, when they're able to tie up with each other. When they're able to tie up, that's where you're going to see Khabib shine. In the open, Khabib doesn't have the best shots in the open. In fact, he has a very obvious tell. He has one of the worst tells when it comes to a shot. You know, he lifts his chin up and he goes like this, literally almost every time before he shoots. Boom, boom. It's a low-level thing to do. We try to teach our JV guys not to do that because you can see it coming. But when he ties up with people, he's like a fucking black belt. He's like a red belt when it comes to being tied up.
Did you tell Townsy that draws are not an option to pick at Tapology?
Yeah, they're not an option.
Yeah, you can't pick a draw at that one.
I'm not looking at the comments.
No, yeah, Panda already told him it's not. Gaethje has also changed up his style. Look at the Tony fight was great. Gaethje looked great on his feet on that fight.
I don't know if he changed up his style, but he got a little bit better. He got a little bit better.
Needs to not give up his neck, and he will get a couple times. Yeah, I think he'll get up quite a bit, actually. I think
I don't know if he'll get taken down a ton, though.
Yeah, I don't even think he'll get taken down a ton. We'll see. Like we were talking about, it depends. If he gets taken down and it's in the middle, I guarantee he gets back up. But if it's against the cage...
Or he might scramble it to a point where he takes top control.
That's what I want to see, honestly. Because we have never... I don't think that we've ever seen Khabib on his back.
Or on bottom, in general, even if he's not on his back. Here's the thing, though. When it comes to wrestling and folk-style wrestling, we do look for reversals. We do look for top control. When it comes to freestyle wrestling, you don't really look for reversals. When it comes to Greco wrestling, you don't really look for reversals. So you don't really try to take that bad position and make it a good position for you. But what you are a master at doing is throwing people around left and right. The other thing that you're a master at doing if you're a combat sambo guy is grinding people on top.
Highest
so we'll see.
Significant striking rate in UFC history was 7.74 per minute.
History.
That's going to be ridiculous. I think that's history, dude.
It said lightweight.
Did it?
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know. Who has a higher striking percentage than Gaethje
at
the higher weights?
Yeah, I don't know. Well, it might be at a lower weight.
Could be at a lower weight, yeah.
By the way,
the lower weight would make more sense than anybody at a higher weight.
Before we move into this fight, Teofimo Lopez says no rematch.
Really?
I don't
think they had a rematch clause.
Well, they didn't have a rematch clause set in if Lopez lost.
I don't think there was a rematch clause at all.
Yeah, I think that, and that was from the Lomachenko camp from what I'm hearing.
We'll see what happens.
But I don't disagree with Lopez. You're the man now, bro. Like I'm a Lomachenko fan, and I want Lomachenko to come back and whoop Teofimo's ass.
Yeah, it'll be a while though. He just literally the day after the fight, he has shoulder surgery. But which makes more sense why he wasn't super active with his punches.
Yeah, but he's already complaining for a rematch. If I'm Teofimo Lopez, I'm saying, man, just like he's doing, I'm the man now. I whooped you. I call the shots, not you.
I wouldn't say he whooped him, but he won the fight.
I mean, if you win the fight, you have the right to say I whooped you.
I mean, you can't say there's a difference from whooping somebody and winning a fight.
Yeah, I mean, you got the W.
There's a difference. You got the W, but
you got the
he
W.
didn't whoop him.
The only way I would agree with you.
The damage factor was on Vasily's side.
I mean, there wasn't much damage in general. Vasily gave around the first 5 rounds, potentially the first 6. I thought the first 6. You thought the first 5. Mm-hmm. You thought Vasily won 6. I didn't think so. I thought Vasily won 7 through 11.
Apparently that judge only thought Vasily won 2 rounds because he scored that dumb chick scored it a 119-109.
I scored.
That was ridiculous.
I don't know. I think I had it maybe 115, 113 or
something. Let Loma put up 5 rounds.
12.
I don't even know if he really needs to. I think he was just so hesitant to throw. It was really weird. There was one point where he connected 2 out of 11 in a boxing match.
The reality is if your shoulder is hurt, you don't want to throw a ton of punches.
No, and that makes sense. That's why we said when we found out that he had surgery literally the day after.
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe he had something wrong with his shoulder but wasn't trying to back out the fight.
Yeah, I mean, if he had surgery the day after, he had that surgery planned already.
Yeah.
So in my opinion, I could be wrong about that, but I think you'd have the surgery planned already if you have it planned for pretty much the day
Typically.
After. But at the end of the day, Lomachenko could have said, no, I'm not taking this fight until my shoulder's healed.
Well, that's what he could have. He probably should have.
Teofimo Lopez, like I said, I don't like excuses at all when it comes to a loss. Lopez is the man right now. He calls the shots.
Amadeus from Planet of the Apes? Hella funny. Damn, I haven't seen a Planet of the Apes reference in a long time.
I really liked when they did the new version of Planet of the Apes. You and I went and saw the first 2 together.
The new Planet of the Apes is great. We grew up on Planet because Mom loved the Planet of the Apes.
We watched that shit all the time.
We're talking like the old Planet of the Apes.
Yep.
Not the Mark Wahlberg Planet of the Apes.
Which wasn't bad.
It wasn't bad. I liked it. I like all of it. But the newest ones were great.
Yeah.
I love the newest ones. Those ones were fantastic.
They were amazing. But the older ones, the oldest ones were good too.
You know what I'm still excited for, and I've been waiting and waiting and waiting. I think it got delayed till 2021. The new Godzilla. Yeah. Godzilla vs. Kong is what it's coming out. They did Godzilla vs. Kong, baby.
Avatar 2. I'm still waiting on
Avatar 2. Avatar 2 is supposed to come out soon too?
Yeah, I know. Avatar 2 is supposed to come. I'm going to let the dog in before this fight starts.
Yeah, you can do that. But I'm just saying, man, I've been excited for some of these movies that are supposed to come out. 32, 31 age, Khabib Gaethje, 5'10 to 5'11. Khabib weighed in probably at 156, 157. They say 155, whatever. 70-inch reach is the same.
All right. Well,
see what happens here, baby.
We'll find out here.
Amadeus.
Honestly, though, I don't think that you should interim belts should not be shown on the screen.
Well, that's why Gaethje kept handing his away, and they kept giving it to him for the pictures. He didn't want it.
It's not really champion versus champion.
Even after he won the interim belt, he's like, I don't want this.
He threw it on the ground, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, he does want it, but he doesn't want people to remember him. You know, he doesn't want people to remember him as the interim champion.
They've had Avatar. So James Cameron actually has Avatar planned out through 4 or 5 movies. And Avatar 2...
He ain't even going to be alive to make it through 4 or 5 movies.
Probably not. But Avatar 2 has been planned for years, and they announced it finally. And I think it had a 2020 date, but with COVID, everything kept getting pushed back.
They did have a 2020 date. So it might be a COVID reason. It might be a production reason.
Could be production with what they put into it. The production for those movies is probably ridiculous.
Insane. But, man, I don't know. Avatar 2, I'm dying to see that one. I'm dying to see that one.
Godzilla vs. Kong, dude.
Yeah.
I cannot wait for that. I've got my son is super hyped too. I got him jacked on all the Godzilla movies. I made him watch a lot of the old ones too.
Yeah.
Loved it, dude.
Yeah. So back in the day, we didn't even have cable, so all we had was the DVDs, or not even mostly DVDs, VHS.
The last Planet of the Apes reference that made news was Roseanne Barr. What the hell?
We had VHS tapes, huh? That's what we had, because we didn't even have cable or any of that stuff. And then when we got the fucking basic shit, we'd watch TNT, and they would show it on there too.
Who just came in? What's up? They want to know where your kids are, man. Why are they not here? You said they're going to be here, and they're not here.
I don't know. Steph said that they'd be back soon. I don't know where they're at. I can't because we're recording.
His phone is right there, bud.
Yeah.
I'll text her right now, though. I don't care. I got a phone. I'm going to text him.
Text her and be like, yo, you said you'd be back soon. That's some bullshit. We'll figure it out, though, bud, okay? All right. See you later, dude. Shut that door good. Thank you. Uncle Steph. No, Buster's good. Steph? He's good.
I'll text her right now. Where's she at? Hold on.
She went to her mom's house, and she said she'd be back soon. She wouldn't be staying late.
I have her, and my phone is Jake Steph.
Jake Steph?
Yeah.
And he's also got his second girlfriend in there as my Steph. Just kidding, Caitlin. Where the fuck you at?
There we go. That's how we do it. I got this, baby.
All right. I kind of want to. I want to hear what he says right here. Woo! All right, baby. Main event right here. Let's do this. Gaethje versus Khabib. I love both of these fighters, man.
It's time. Khabib is 183 for sure. He's probably close to at least 180. But let's go.
So if Gaethje beats Nurmagomedov, does it kind of do a little bit more for Nick Newell as legitimizing him in his one arm? His first loss was to Justin Gaethje.
Yeah.
And then his second loss came on the Contender Series.
LL Cool J's watching too. Oh, damn. We got some new people showing up on the Twitter streams here.
You know what is great? Because there's not a ton of other sports going on right now.
No, the only thing that's going on is college football right now. And some matchups that nobody really cares about, I think, from what I looked at. There's no duck football, so I haven't watched.
Well, there's no top 5 teams playing right now either, is there?
I don't know. Like I said, I haven't watched. You get with me. It's I I don't really keep track of the rankings unless the Ducks are playing. And then
You're
I'll
a
start
liar.
looking at the rankings.
You are a motherfucking liar. When you are not in school, you are all over the top 10, top 15, top 20.
When the Ducks are playing, though.
Then
they cancel Pac-12 football, and I don't give a damn about the rankings.
No, you're just in school right now. That's the only difference is you're in school hardcore right now.
Once the Ducks start going again, which we got in about 2 weeks, I'll be right on top. Ooh, good inside leg kick by Gaethje.
And then he hits him with a left hook.
Woo! Come on, baby.
Shit.
This is good. Oh, my God, this is intense.
So here's the other thing. Do we get to see how good Khabib's striking really is in this fight? Because remember, he rocked Conor. But was that because Conor was afraid of the takedown?
Well, yeah, Conor's hands were so low in that.
Yeah, they were.
They were so low.
They were so low. He typically keeps them low as it is.
I mean, he kind of keeps them mid-level, but they were low. He was trying. He was ready for the shot.
Ooh, and he hits him with the left, though. Gaethje's out striking him here. Nurmagomedov's a little bit more loopy, but Gaethje's getting on the inside.
Yeah. Gaethje's another good leg kick.
I think that one didn't. I don't think that one was very good.
Those leg kicks, another good leg kick there, and Khabib tried to grab the leg and let's go. Khabib's got a clinch, and Gaethje's off.
Told you. Can't tie up with him in the open.
That's what I'm saying. If he gets it, it's really hard to take down another really good wrestler. Gaethje's going real loopy right now, though.
Ooh.
Good jab from Khabib.
I think Gaethje's trying to pressure him early and make sure he doesn't. Because here's the deal.
LL needs to lose lipstick.
You know what's funny is Nurmagomedov is pressuring more forward against Gaethje than he did against Conor.
Ooh, that was a quick uppercut by Khabib that just missed.
And he likes to throw that uppercut. It's a weird-looking uppercut, but he throws it every fight he's in.
Good jab from Khabib. Dude, Gaethje doing some little boxing head movement right there, though.
But he's on his feet.
Ooh, good knee.
He's starting to run away,
Looked like it might have got blocked, but it would look like it was good. These leg kicks are going to pay dividends later, though.
Oh!
Khabib is just pressuring the shit out of Gaethje right now. Gaethje, ooh! Gaethje's breathing heavy, dude.
Yeah, he is. Oh, and he got clipped there.
Yeah, he did, and Khabib took a big breath walking across the cage.
Yeah, but it's not uncommon to see Khabib take a big breath.
Nope.
He
good
always
1-2 from Habib. Body kick from Habib.
Oh, he says, "Ooh,
Habib throws a flying knee. Gaethje spins out. You see Gaethje just spin away. He's like, nah, B.
Oh, shit.
Left from Gaethje. Habib with a jab.
Wow.
Habib is really pressuring Gaethje and landing some good shots right now. Ooh, Gaethje with a good left.
There was an inside leg kick there, an outside leg kick. I don't know which
Another
one
leg kick from Gaethje. Habib throwing and missing.
You know what, though? If I'm watching this fight.
Habib left. Ooh, Gaethje landed with another left.
The deal. This does not look like a skilled fight. If I'm watching this fight, I'm like, dude,
not as high level as you would expect.
If I'm a boxer and I'm watching this fight,
Gaethje with another good leg
these
kick.
Motherfuckers apart. You know, if I'm a boxer watching this,
we got 50 seconds left in this first round, baby.
Confident. I would be so confident in my sport right now if I was a boxer.
Front kick from Habib. Gaethje with left again. Oh my God! Another leg kick from Gaethje. Habib shoots for the takedown against the cage, and he's got it.
Gaethje has nowhere to sprawl.
Nope.
He tried to sprawl.
We got 35 seconds left, though.
35 seconds. What do we do here?
Gaethje's going to hold on.
All right. Khabib has both the legs locked up, but Gaethje's already clearing his ankle. That was good work there from Gaethje. Now, you guys might not understand how big of a battle that is there, but you clearing your legs is a huge part of the battle. And Gaethje has an underhook here still, so Khabib has to be worried until he takes him out right here with 15 seconds left.
14, 13, 12.
And he looked for an armbar. An armbar? No way. You're not going to armbar him. And he secured it.
We got 5 seconds.
He's going to calf crunch it.
Yeah, but we're not getting it. We got 5, 3, 2, 1. That's round. Okay, we're going to round 2. That's 1-0 Khabib.
Yeah, Khabib steals that round with pressure and that
takedown at the end with the submission attempt.
But like you and I both said, he has to get him against the cage to take him down.
He does have to get him against the cage. We can see that.
So Nurmagomedov lands 2 more significant strikes according to their unofficial numbers. I don't know. I think that he might have landed a couple more than 2.
Well, those leg kicks mounted up, man. Those leg kicks are going to pay dividends later. I think, as this fight goes on, watch for Khabib to start wobbling if Gaethje keeps working that leg.
Yeah, and Gaethje's known to do that in a lot of his fights. Dude,
that was a fun first round, though.
He's an axeman with those leg kicks, though.
Fun first round.
Yeah.
I mean, we didn't get a takedown until 30 seconds in. Inside leg kick, outside leg kick. Gaethje was working him.
The striking was pretty even. It's like I said, I don't think either of these guys are really super high level.
Townsy, we actually mentioned that earlier. I told Jake that I'm really glad that we're watching with the volume off because of DC and his complete 100% bias when he announces teammates' fights. I had mentioned Paul Felder.
We don't care about what he's saying.
Paul Felder announces some of his teammates' fights, and he's nowhere near as biased.
Round 2, 100%. I agree. I think Felder does a better job of being not biased.
I mean, he'll root for his teammates and stuff, but he'll still give props and he'll call the fight as is.
Although I will say the one who's the least biased of all of them is Dominic Cruz. He's just a dickhead.
Oh, Grandpa is watching Last Blood right now. Nice.
Nice.
Mom
Grandpa.
just turned it on for him. He's never seen it. I've never seen it either. I'll probably watch it tonight.
I like it. Last Blood. We'll talk about it more later, Mom. I'll call you and see what you guys think.
He is biased for anything wrestling too. You are right. That's my only problem with DC is he gets excited for his teammates and his wrestling, and then you don't see a fair fight. Oh, he kind of tripped him or threw him a little bit.
Well, he shot, but he missed. Gaethje hit the angle. And he missed.
Yeah, but he clipped him behind the head with that.
I think he missed with that one. It looked like he missed to me.
And Gaethje landed that other leg kick. Keep working that leg, Gaethje.
I will say though, they all have a little bit of bias because when I watch Michael Bisping, my gosh, I can't
don't
believe
crawl
he got
to
that
the cage.
Takedown. I can't believe he got that takedown.
Well, wow. Gaethje kind of gave it to him, but he crawled to the cage after that. And Khabib is in full mount right now.
Oh my gosh. So.
And he's working a
triangle.
He's going to try a triangle from mount.
No, he's not going to get it. He's not going to get it.
Yeah, he is.
No, he's not. He's not going to get it.
Yeah, he is.
No, he's not. No, he's not.
Oh,
that's tight. He's tapping.
He tapped.
He tapped. He's tapping. He tapped. He tapped.
Why did the fucking idiot ref didn't call it when he tapped? Is that Herzog? He fucking literally tapped.
Wow.
And he just waited till he went out.
Did anybody expect that from Khabib?
A triangle?
Yeah.
I didn't expect the...
We said we'd never seen him on his back.
No. And
we want to see what he could do on his back. He hit his back for half a second and he submits him.
And he puts him in a triangle and taps him out. That's 29-0. Khabib Nurmagomedov.
I can't believe he just fucking tapped him out.
I just passed your bitch ass and Townsy.
I can't believe he tapped him out.
I mean, I can believe he tapped him out, but I figured he'd decision him.
No, I can't believe he tapped him out. I mean...
And he's out there balling, dude. That one's for his pops right there, ladies and gentlemen. Gaethje's awake. He's got it. Props to Khabib Nurmagomedov.
When was the last time you saw Justin Gaethje get caught in a triangle choke? Or
Never.
When was the last time you saw fucking Khabib throw a triangle choke?
Never. I didn't expect a triangle, but we did have people pick him by submission.
Submission. So, okay, I do believe he tapped him out because he's got a lot of rear naked choke submissions, but I didn't expect him to hit him with a triangle. All right,
let me go check this because
I gotta hear this.
Dude, he's balling, man. That one's for his pops right there, ladies and gentlemen.
That's for a lot.
Bueno Knight passed Heather 13R. Heather had Gaethje.
You know what? Hey, motherfuckers, look at Justin Gaethje and take a fucking note out of his book. He's being super respectful.
Of course, dude.
Shaking hands, smiles on his face.
You know, when people talk shit about Conor, Conor's always respectful after a fight.
Always.
Always.
He does a lot to piss people off beforehand, but he is super respectful
after. That's true.
But
Chael did the same thing. And Chael, even after the fight, even the Anderson Silva fights, man,
was super respectful. Right? I wonder if they ever had that barbecue.
I think I might have caught that motherfucker.
Nice.
Hold on.
Let's see.
I don't see it anywhere.
Let's see.
Yeah! Oh! Yeah! Got him, bitch! You! Give me that! Give me that! See them reactions, guys? I got that motherfucking net. All right. Hey, so hold on. Bueno won by 15 points. I passed Jake Thomas and Townsy and Lucas Ross.
Ooh. You passed 3 on that one there.
Yeah, buddy. I jumped up a little bit. All right.
Ooh, nice job. This was wicked. So I want to see where Bueno Knight finished because
Look at this.
No. I want to see where Bueno Knight was.
I'm going to show that just a second.
Heather was super close. She was 30.
She finished 15 back, but I'm gonna get there in just a second. I am 9 out of 12. I only missed 3 picks.
I don't give a fuck about you. I'm talking about number 1, 2, and 3.
I missed 3 picks right now, and I'm sitting in 9th place in our group.
Yeah, it's crazy.
3 picks, and I'm in 9th place.
Crazy.
The group as a whole had a fantastic night, ladies and gentlemen. Crushing Cans podcast on Tapology.com/groups434. Join us. Because we got the best pickers in the league right
this
now.
is the best group on Tapology.
We got the best pickers in the game.
Where did
Holy
Bueno
shit.
Knight and Heather finish?
I'm going to tell you where Bueno finished. Give me
Picks
this.
right there, tied with Heather for second.
Yeah, Phony. Dude, damn.
So I want to see where those guys finished out there.
Phony, he won last week, and then he takes second this week. Damn.
And he might be a top 100. We'll see where they're at after
Khabib
this
grabbed
pick.
his hand as if he was defending strikes.
Wow, this is good.
Yeah, but still, the ref should have seen him tap. We clearly saw him tap. That was a clear, blatant tap from Gaethje.
It was twice.
He tapped him shoulder, then he tapped down here.
He tapped here, tapped down here. I mean, how many other places does he got to tap?
And then he ended up going to sleep because the ref was like, I'm just going to let him go out.
Yeah.
Is that Herzog? I didn't look. I think it was Herzog. Bueno finished. Well, right now
78th.
that says 680 pending. It's not updated there. Hold on.
That only shows.
All right, 117.
117. All right.
At 7, he went 11 of 12 with 745 points, and he's only sitting at 117.
Hey, but that's not bad. Of
almost 4K pickers.
3,815 points or people. That's crazy.
I mean, that could be true, but the ref was staring right at him. He should have caught the tap.
The ref was like 2 feet away. He should have seen that.
There's no reason the ref missed that tap.
He was like 2 feet away on the same
Hold
side.
on, let's hear some Khabib, man. He deserves this.
Emotions, but I see your cornerman taking the gloves off.
He deserves this.
On an epic championship performance tonight. Congratulations.
Conor is still the only person to win a round against Khabib.
God give me everything.
Crazy.
Thank you for these guys. These guys with
Crazy.
me. And with my father more than 20 years. All my team, aka with Coach Hab, I love him so much. All my team.
I wonder if Gaethje was scared of the takedown too. He seemed not the same Gaethje that fought TF.
No, I mean,
he looked reluctant to throw.
He honestly seemed tired in the first round.
I told you, he was gassed after that first round.
Yeah,
I was calling. He's breathing heavy.
Hey, you know what though? Khabib Nurmagomedov, good job rehydrating though, because you look like shit on that scale though.
He's still tired too. No, Habib's not done. He said.
I have to follow this. It was my last fight here. I know only one thing. What I want from UFC Tuesday. You guys have to put me on #1 pound-for-pound fighter in the world.
Nah.
I deserve this. And
No.
Okay.
UFC undisputed.
He says it's his last fight.
UFC lightweight champion, 13-0. 13 in UFC, 29 in all my.
Nope. Not #1 pound for pound. Sorry.
Oh, I think I deserve it. One more thing.
#2 pound for pound. I'll give him that.
Thank you, Lorenzo.
I wouldn't even give him #2.
I would give. Who would you put at #2? Stipe?
No, Demetrius Johnson.
DJ's not in the UFC.
Doesn't matter.
He can't beat #2
He can still be pound for pound all time.
all time, but he wants UFC pound for pound right now in the actual
what is
UFC pound for pound rankings.
But what's the point of a pound for pound ranking if you're retiring? He wants all time pound for pound is what I would say he's looking after.
Well,
And
he
is
said
not-
UFC needs to give it to me because he's looking for the actual on the website, the UFC pound for pound rankings because they have one. He wants to leapfrog John Jones, and that is not happening. I'm
You just
sorry.
retired though. Why would any? If you just retire, you literally just retired. Why would they put you as number?
Are you
one
talking
pound
top 3 pound for pound all time, Townsy, or are you talking right now? So Khabib just said he retired, which is weird because he said he was going 30-0.
Yeah.
And he said he would take his only fight would be against
Top three. I'll name them off right now. Easy for you. All right.
John Jones has to be #1.
GSP #2. Demetrius Johnson #3.
If you're talking
Boom.
all
Top
time.
3. All time.
But if you're talking currently active,
John Jones is #1.
Stipe
Stipe's
has to be #2.
Stipe would be #2. Maybe.
I would put Stipe #2.
Stipe's the GOAT heavyweight of all time, but you know.
But you're saying pound for pound. So pound for pound to me is, and it sucks because when you start getting up there.
When I say pound for pound, I look at heavyweight and I think that only their top 2 or 3 guys typically are worth a damn anything. Most of those guys suck. So throwing a heavyweight in there.
Watch the hype train.
For me, with throwing a heavyweight in there for pound is hard in general because I think most of them suck, to be honest. Throwing John Jones in there, based off of what he's done, is easy to throw him in as the GOAT. Throwing Demetrius Johnson all-time in there based on what he did at 125 pounds, easy to throw him in there. throwing GSP based off of what he did at 170 and then retiring, coming back and winning the 185-pound belt. Easy to throw him in there. Khabib, top 5, maybe?
But that's what I said, if you're talking all time. If you're talking right now, currently active, though?
He's got to be probably number 2. Actually, probably number 3.
I don't know if I'd put him number 2.
I'd probably put him at number 3 behind Amanda Nunes.
Oh, you know what? That's a good, fair point right there. I'd probably put Amanda Nunes at number 2.
If I'm saying that, yeah, Amanda Nunes.
Maybe, and Khabib and Stipe.
So that'd be a battle 3-4.
That'd be an argument 3-4 right there, yeah. Okay, I agree with that. Amanda Nunes is a clear-cut number 2.
Number 2.
I can agree with that, 100%.
I would say Amanda Nunes number 2 right now. Right now.
Well, Panda, if you want to say to honor his dad and his word to his dad was he would get to 30-0. That was his word. At 30-0, he would retire. That was his word. So if he's really being true to what he said to his dad, he's got one more.
Townsy, but look at how long he reigned as the champion. Look at how long he reigned as a champion. Look at so Townsy
lost
says,
a dominant title fight at 135.
DJ cannot be top 3 pound for pound because he lost a dominant title fight and he
135.
lost in his own division. Yes, at 135 to Dom.
And to be fair, he did not lose that fight to Henry Cejudo, in my opinion.
If you really want to
look
at it,
and a lot of other people's opinions.
If you really want to look at it, the best pound for pound, 130, or not pound for pound, I guess pound for pound, the best 135-pound champion of all time right now is still probably Dominic Cruz, if you really want to be 100% honest about it. So you bring that up, he lost to Dominic Cruz, who was the champion at 135 pounds, went on to have the greatest reign at 125 pounds, which is one of the greatest reigns as a champion
longest
in the UFC,
title defense streak in history.
outside of John Jones.
Didn't he, I know, because didn't he beat John Jones? I'm pretty sure he beat John Jones.
Well, he might have beat based on semantics, but not in reality.
Based on semantics, because of John's DQ and then getting stripped and all this other shit. So, but John still, those don't count as title defenses when he comes back. So
yeah, DC's easily DC.
I don't care about her early shit. It's what have you done for me lately. I can give Amanda number 2 right now and be fairly confident in that.
100% based on what she's done. She's 135 and 145-pound champion and the only double champion. Think about this. The only double champion to actually defend both belts.
Yeah.
Amanda Nunes.
Who else in UFC history has defended 2 titles successfully?
No, nobody.
You can't name them.
Nobody.
You can name Amanda Nunes.
DC didn't.
Nope.
Conor McGregor? Oh, no, that didn't
never
happen.
defended a title.
Yeah, so that never happened. Let's see. Triple C? Yeah, Triple C did.
No, we're talking. That's why I said.
Triple C did defend. He defended 25 and
Hold
35.
on. That's why I said, Townsy, are you talking all time or are you talking right now currently active? Because if we're talking currently active, Jones is 1, Nunes is 2, 3 and 4, you can debate between Stipe and Khabib.
Yeah, 100%. That's not unreasonable. If I'm going all time, 1 Jones, 2 GSP.
Yep.
3, and all I really care about is
I would
top
say
3.
Randy Couture if we're going all time.
Well, I wouldn't put him
between
as top
light
3,
heavyweight and heavyweight.
But he didn't do it at the same time, and when he went down both times,
they wouldn't allow him at the same time. Conor McGregor was the very first person to do same time.
Yeah, but I mean,
so you got to think about it that way too.
I'm saying, how many times did he lose his belts though as champions?
Yeah, but how many times did he also win?
But how many times did he lose it as champion?
How many other light heavyweights have gone up to heavyweight?
Where are you putting him at though? Are you saying all time? Where would you?
All time in the UFC 3. I would put him at 3.
You'd put him
right behind GSP.
I don't know. I would
put Anderson Silva 4.
I would probably put him behind Anderson Silva.
I wouldn't.
I would probably put him 5. I'd probably put him 5.
You can't worry about 2/3 of his fights, whether he ranks or not. It's what he did for the sport, pound for pound. The guy was a light heavyweight fighting the heavyweights and beating them and winning titles.
I would go John Jones. I would go, if I'm going all time, honestly.
Because if we're doing that there, John Jones has never fought heavyweight. Habib's never fought outside of lightweight. We're talking about guys that are going out of their weight class and fighting guys that they shouldn't be fighting.
Yeah.
For me, that's pound for pound, baby.
Wait a second. I'm going to throw out a dark horse in there that you might not agree with and you might agree with. Michael Bisping. Where does he fall in on that?
Michael Bisping, my problem with him is that light heavyweight, he was average.
Okay.
Average.
Now, but we also found out.
He also won the 185-pound title with one goddamn eye.
Eye.
One eye.
One eye. Michael Bisping may be the toughest motherfucker
you can laugh
out
at
there.
all you want. He still won the light heavyweight title multiple times. The heavyweight title multiple times.
I'll pull up his record.
How many other people have done that?
I'm going to pull up his record. And look at the era in which he fought in, too. So
Exactly. That's, for me, when I'm talking about Couture.
They had much better heavyweights in his era, too.
When I'm talking about Couture, that guy's up there as one of the top pound-for-pound fighters of all time. For me, that's a pound-for-pound fighter. A fighter that goes out of his division to fight other fighters and still wins.
Yeah.
Henry Cejudo has got to be up there because he went up to 135 and did it.
And he fought the baddest
He's
dudes out there.
got to be up there.
And he fought the baddest dudes out there at the time. Yeah, he did lose to Ensign. Whatever, it is what it is. But, you know, he defeated the toughest dudes out there that he could fight. And he came into it without being one of these guys.
Yeah, but he was still average at light heavyweight.
You also have to understand, though, when it comes down to Couture, this is early days. Wasn't the guys who were training in gyms and all that stuff that were specifically designed for fighting. Couture was a guy who was training for the Olympics transitioned into MMA.
We can do this. We can do a whole episode, Townsend. Let's get an actual episode where we talk about our pound-for-pound list. We can do our top 10 pound-for-pound. All of us, let's put together a list, and we can go ahead and we can debate it. We can do a whole show on this.
Yeah.
I'll go home and I'll...
All right, here, let's look at this. And if you look at Randy Couture's second fight, it was in the UFC. His first fight was in the UFC on UFC 13. His second fight was UFC 13 for a tournament championship, and he won the tournament there. Mm-hmm. Then he goes on to win the heavyweight championship in his very fourth MMA fight. You know,
he did.
What?
Mac. He said in GSP strangled Bisping like a python.
Yeah. And then he beat Kevin Randleman to win a heavyweight title as well. He also beat Pedro Hizo for the heavyweight title.
Lost to Overeem's brother.
He beat Pedro Hizo again, but that wasn't in the UFC. I'm talking about UFC, right? We're talking UFC
all time.
So then he lost his heavyweight championship to Josh Barnett,
who has a clear history of steroid abuse throughout his entire career.
And he's also a monster. He's a monster. Then he lost to Rico Rodriguez for the heavyweight title, but then he went on to beat Chuck Liddell for the 205-pound champion.
Townsy says he's going to hit you up on a few for tomorrow's hangover show.
Perfect. Sounds good. Then he beat Tito Ortiz, who at the time was considered one of the best.
One of the top guys.
He was considered one of the GOATs at the time. And then, you know, he lost to Vitor Belfort, and people start checking him like, oh, I don't know, is he any good? But then guess what happens? He beats Vitor Belfort.
You're going to discredit that win against Bisping. Let's be honest. Bisping, nobody knew that Bisping at that time was only one-eyed.
Beat Tim Sylvia for the heavyweight championship.
Beat
Gabriel Gonzaga before losing to a monster. And you always call him Gab every time.
It's just the thing, man. G-A-B, Gab.
Right?
I don't go G-A-B-E because there's no E. It's G-A-B-R.
I know. But, you know, and then so he spent most of his career fighting championships fights, not being a guy who spent his entire life training to be a mixed martial artist.
Yeah.
You know, he's one of the GOATs. He's one of the greatest of all time.
He has to be in, if you're talking GOAT list, I think GOAT list has to be differentiated a little bit from pound for pound list. Because GOAT list, you have to include your impact on the sport.
Yeah, 100%.
100%. So... GOAT list, Randy Couture's got to be in my top five. He's got to be in your top five.
It would be like if you were to go to the NBA and say that only going to the finals matters.
Yeah.
Who would be the GOAT?
Well, at that point, you would have to say not LeBron James.
Not LeBron James. A guy who rode the bench forever.
Not Hakeem Olajuwon.
Forever.
What the hell's his name? No, there's another guy out there who is like...
who was on a lot of championship teams.
10 titles.
Yeah. And he didn't even play in a lot
No,
of them.
he played in all of them. Hold on. I'm going to tell you, his name's on the tip of my tongue, and I'm being stupid right now. I don't know why.
I don't know. He's going to pull it up right now.
Yeah.
Either way, Khabib is not pound for pound best right now.
Bill Russell, why couldn't I say it? 11.
Yeah, he's not.
Bill Russell, the only reason he won, if you look at his era, he was like the tallest dude playing in an era with a bunch of short white dudes.
He says Steve Kerr.
So,
but
he says Steve Kerr fruits.
The bottom line is, you look at it, Khabib's not a pound-for-pound best right now. He was not a pound-for-pound best ever. He could potentially be a 3 or 4 at best, based on what he's done.
I would like to see, if I want to make my true pound-for-pound rankings, I got to give more respect to the people who have fought in multiple weight classes than the
100%.
people who have been in one weight class their entire career.
100%, which is why it changes when
that's
you say pound for pound.
That's why I say when you talk about pound for pound,
that's why it should. That's the difference. But if
Exactly.
we want to go GOAT, greatest of all time, we're talking impact on the sport. Okay, so I think that's an absolute perfect opportunity for us to get another episode in there. Let's wrap this one up real quick. We're losing some viewers here. I think it's a perfect opportunity. Great job, Khabib Nurmagomedov, 29-0. I really wish that you didn't retire right there. One more fight.
He said he was going to get to 30. No, I think we'll see one more fight.
One more. I think they should do the Conor fight.
I think we'll see either Conor. My thing is, I don't know if we'll see Conor because he does not want to give Conor the opportunity.
I know he doesn't want to, but if the UFC throws enough money at it, that might change things.
Yeah, Cejudo's funny as hell, man. He's calling out all sorts of girls. That's just a gimmick, I think.
He doesn't want to. He's calling out professional boxers, world champion boxers.
That's a gimmick.
He called out Teofimo Lopez recently.
He called out...
he's calling out everybody. He's just making sure he makes money.
He just wants to keep his name relevant.
He isn't trying to fight Amanda Nunes. And Amanda
what have we been
Nunes
drinking,
wouldn't last
Jake?
the first round. Tropic Haze Indian Pale Ale from Silver City Brewery, located in Bremerton, Washington. I've enjoyed this beer.
Not a bad beer. It's been
You've
good, man.
enjoyed this beer. Hey, tune in with us next weekend at 4 p.m. Pacific time. So that's 1 p.m. Central or East Coast time.
East Coast.
So 1 p.m. East Coast, 4 p.m. Pacific. We'll be doing another episode for Anderson Silva's retirement fight.
Anderson Silva's retirement. We're getting back-to-back retirement fights from a couple of the guys who could be considered MMA GOATs.
Ooh, and we didn't even throw his name in there.
Yeah.
Anderson Silva has one of the longest title reigns in all of history. He might, like MMA history, like or MMA UFC history. He's probably a top 3 guy too, potentially, when you talk GOAT.
We've got there's the whole discussion, man.
And you talk GOAT on that.
Townsy, let's set up a round table for this, man. We can do this.
Yeah.
We can get our debates out there and share it on both our channels and see what happens.
I'm down with it. Hey, we'll do a drinking games and Crushing Cans podcast collaboration on that episode.
Yeah, we'll get it going, man.
Boom. All right, hey, so Tropic Haze Indian Pale Ale from Silver City Brewery.
UFC 254. Congrats to Khabib Nurmagomedov, 29-0.
Hey, nice job, man.
Abdulman out. Rest in peace, baby.
Rip, baby. We respect you.
Let's do it, man.
All right, let's do this.
Crush him.